So DJ Khaled, how would you describe Charlie Walsh?
Legend, legend.
So yeah, obviously it's me, Harry Kane, and I just want to say welcome back to West Ham Random, and obviously so welcome back to Football Unfocused with two legends in the game, which is Kieran and Clive. So yeah, obviously it's a big show that comes on weekly, and they've somehow I've got the gig to introduce it, so I'm over the moon. Obviously, I'm not happy at Spurs, so doing something like this so obviously, I'm over the moon. So, big up Kieran and Clive, and big up Football Unfocused. So, obviously, I'll see you guys next time.
Of Football Unfocused with me, Clive, and my esteemed colleague on my left, Mercedes-Benz, mate. Proper stuff.
No, I'm talking about your baldy head. It looks like a swimming hat.
All right. Oh, come on.
Damn!
I'll be the judge of that. Good morning and good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Lovely. Lawrence is in the house. Good morning, Lawrence. Good afternoon, whatever it is for you. I'm not quite sure. So, another giant killing day today for West Ham United. Absolutely fantastic display from the boys. No comment on the injuries at this present time, because after the game I got rather drunk, fell asleep on the sofa, and woke up about an hour and a half ago. So I've done no research except for one thing. I've watched Match of the Day. So got some news coming actually in a little while. What are you up to, Lawrence? Are you busy, or are you ready to come in and have a little chat with me? Peach will join me in about 20 minutes, I think. But if you want to come in, you're welcome. I'll just quickly put the link in the chat. Did I do that or not? No, I didn't. Right, there we go. And so you go to the chat. And right, there you are. If you want to come in, Lawrence, there you go. Do that, and I'll let you come into the green room, and I'll bring you straight in, mate. Well, as I was saying, another giant killing performance for us. Absolutely quality finish from Lanzini for the penalty. That was rather nice. So yeah, it's it was actually quite surprising for me that Lanzini stepped up for the penalty, because if I'm honest, I was rather expecting it to be Declan Rice. Or failing that, I was kind of expecting it to be Jared Bowen. But up steps Lanzini, full of confidence. Absolutely no bones about what he was about to do. He stepped up, he placed the ball, he looked the keeper in the eye and sent him the wrong way. Beautiful, absolutely quality finish. And I might joke around with certain people about getting rid of Lanzini and stuff, but I really don't mean it. He's actually one of my favourite players in the club. And today, again, he showed why he deserves to be on the pitch. There is no better justification than the game he played today. None whatsoever. And at the end of the day, David Moyes has seen and experienced exactly what it means to the crowd for him to score like that, for him to get that, that raw, the roar. I was watching it live in the pub earlier, and the roar was absolutely incredible. The stadium's rocking today. Again, well done to everybody in the stadium. It was really good. And Epic's in the house. Hello, Epic. Fabianski conceded a savable goal again. I agree, it was savable, and he did get his hand to it. But he, he didn't get there in time, obviously, and he didn't get a strong enough hand on it. But yeah, I agree with you, Epic. I do. Right, so he's saying, so I suspect Fabianski lovers will still say he did nothing wrong and Areola can't be given a chance. You're probably right, Epic. I'm not going to subscribe to that, although I do like Fabianski. I'm a Fabianski fan. Oh, Lawrence has gone again, so he'll be back in a minute. Oh gosh, I've just pressed the wrong button. I suspect you're probably right that probably people will want Areola in, and people will be against that. I'm of the opinion that David Moyes knows exactly what he's doing. I think Areola should be given a shot. I do. It's my opinion that he's earned that right, and Fabianski has done enough now to be considered as a second choice for certain games. I wouldn't put it past David Moyes to use Areola in the next one. Everyone else has to compete for their place in the starting 11 except for Fabianski. Kind of true. I mean, I presume that you've got nothing personally against Fabianski, and that you're quite happy for him to be our goalkeeper. But you're also of the opinion, similarly to me, that that Areola has deserved a chance, and that Fabianski has shown enough of shown enough mistakes, if I could put it that way, even to be considered to be replaced by Areola. So I'm kind of sitting on the fence with it, Epic, but I do feel that Areola should be given a shot. I really do, and I agree with that, with what you said. Hello, Lawrence. Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to leave you sitting there.
Oh, mate.
How
no
are
worries.
you?
I was having some technical difficulties. Yeah, I'm very good. How are you, my friend?
I'm really, really good. As I
can
said,
tell you the game's. Yep.
I had a few drinks and that after the game, or during the game, after the game, and yeah, I had a bit of banter with my brother. Came home, sat on the sofa, ready to watch a movie, and the movie just played to itself because I went asleep for 4 hours.
It's all good, my friend.
Yeah.
It's all good. It started at 6:30 a.m. this morning. I was watching that game, and it put me at the end of the match. I was in the best mood. I took my wife to lunch. We did some shopping, and I was like happy man after that. What a second half! What a second half we did.
We came out all guns blazing second half, definitely. Yep. Yeah, go on, Karen.
And you know what? We had not many people saw it, but Karen, myself, and Peach had a halftime discussion really quick on random. And that's one thing that Karen said was correct, and I said it was like, we need to be aggressive. We need to attack. We need to
hang on, wait 1 second.
Yep. Fire alarm. Oh, too much smoking.
Oh, sorry about that, mate. That's the beauty of sitting under a smoke alarm and lighting a fag. Great, isn't it? Sorry about that. That was yeah, go on.
No worries. But I heard some of your discussion earlier and stuff like that. The second half is what we thought it should be.
Yeah.
I liked Antonio. he seems so much more comfortable on the wing side. He's more precision. He passed the ball in the middle. The one at Bowen where he just missed. You guys, I think a lot of commentators said he just missed it. He tried his best. I think it was just like an inch or a foot or two too far from him. It wasn't on Bowen, but it was a great pass by Antonio. So,
Yep.
man, today was the day against Chelsea to win like that and come back. I was so proud of the boys.
Yeah, me too, God. Yeah, I mean, I've got to give credit where credit is due, and I'm probably not going to be too popular with the viewers for saying this, but you have to give credit to Mason Mount's finish. That was
nice.
a sublime finish. He watched it come down. He followed it all the way down. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. When it happened, I jumped out of my seat. I was in the pub with a few people. My brother wasn't there, unfortunately. But I jumped out of my seat. I went, whoa, what was that? And it was just beautiful. But we fought back and we absolutely deserved the win. Absolutely.
Sure.
And I was so happy with that performance and the result. Arthur Masuaku getting his first goal since May 2019, so that's like nearly 3 years away. It was absolutely. I mean, was it a cross? Was it a shot? I got a funny feeling it was actually a shot because it was so good.
I loved it.
And the way he moved himself into position to take that.
Whatever. How that scored, that was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he moved himself into position. Now, some would have said to whip the ball across the box, but I don't think so. The way he shaped himself, I think that was a shot. I'm probably wrong, but mate, listen, if that was me on the pitch and if I'd shaped myself like that to kick the ball, I'm taking a shot. I'm not crossing it, and that's how I kind of look at other players, It's the way you shape yourself up to hit the ball. It determines where you want that ball to go. And I believe he was aiming for goal. I believe that wholeheartedly.
It was beautiful. And leading into that, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I want everybody to realize, I guess, that leading into that, who was really being aggressive, doing a good job there? Antonio. He set that up. He was like, hey, let's get this ball in. Let's do this. He was pushing. He's being aggressive. He had the energy and all that. And then, man, Masuaku, that shot, oh, my God. Even miss it or not, right now for this season, it's one of the best ones we had. That far out of the box, beating a championship top-level goalie, that shit was the bomb.
It was very nice. It was very nice. And, I've as I said, I watched the BBC Match of the Day coverage, and the commentator for the game, Jonathan Pearce, he was because he's a staunch Chelsea fan, and he was really what's the word I'm looking for? Complimentary. It was very complimentary about West Ham and the game he played. I mean, he even actually, I've got a quote of his written down in front of me, and he said right at the end of the game, "This is Premiership football at its finest." He weren't just saying,
great with what,
and he wasn't specifying which team he was talking about. He meant the game. He said that was Premiership football at its finest. That was his exact words. I wrote it down when he said it. And
the second half and how we came back in the second half and showing that we weren't looking at a 7-10 ranked team. We said, we're number 4. We're going to go be aggressive. Moyes did it right there, and I was so proud because we didn't sit back and we had an attack, which could be vulnerable, to that. Chelsea, but I'm telling you, man, we look good against a
Yeah,
great team. A great
we
team.
did, but unfortunately, and I'm only going to just touch on this because I don't know any details
Sure.
yet. But
yeah.
Unfortunately, we have got 2 injuries today. Which is never a good thing.
That's the
Ben
next
Johnson,
topic.
which is
I agree.
yeah. I mean Ben Johnson, which is one of our, I would say, one of our most important young players. Because he is a bit of a utility player in as much as he can be played right, left, or in the centre. He's going to be quite a loss to us. For however long he is injured. Now, as I said, I don't have any details on that.
Yeah.
So if anybody in the chat got anyone else, any more info on that, then please let me know. I'll get to you in 1 second, Mark. And also we got an injury to Zuma as well, which, as I said, I have no information on at this moment.
But Budgie, this is where we're
which is going to be an even bigger loss if it is going to be for any length of time. That's the worry for me.
No, sorry, Budgie. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
And this is our concern now. Up until now, we had a little bit of, we're doing okay with the injuries. We don't have much depth. We have the young guys that we like. We like the Baptistas. We like the Perkins and all that. Now we're starting to, if Zuma's really hurt, if Johnson's hurt for a prolonged time, I think Creswell's coming back, but the center part in the back, concerning. One thing I wanted to realize, though, is against a great team where Chelsea scores a lot of goals in the last 10 minutes. We stopped them without Zuma, with all of them, so, man, I was so happy with the guys.
Agreed.
Agreed. The last 80 to 94, I thought, oh, shit, we're going to blow it. We're going to give up a goal. You know how we did almost like last week, the Brighton game. God dang, what was that, 90? Was that the 88th minute or something like that?
88th, yeah.
I'm like, oh, God, yeah. Please don't do it. Yeah. So I was I was in a great mood all day. It was early for me. I've been in 8.
Yeah, I've been in a good mood as well. Even though I slept off quite a lot of alcohol, since I woke up, I've been absolutely buzzing. I've been chatting on a couple of group chats I'm on, and we've been chatting about how good we feel about this, and yes, of course there is a negative side to it, and there always is, but the positive is that we have just beaten the reigning European champions, and we have just beat the champions elect for this season, because at this moment in time, it don't look like they're letting go. I'm going to get to this comment. Mark said he predicted Dawson, Diop, and Zuma. Comments, mate. I take my hat off to you, and it's not a pairing, is it? It's a grouping that we've all actually spoken about. Some of us in depth, some of us not so deep, but we've all spoken about the possibility of Dawson, Diop, and Zuma being partnered, and it worked. It really, really worked, and we all knew that today's game was the game for that, and where you got it right, Mark, and a couple of other people have got that right too. But brilliant. I mean, what a brilliant partnership between the 3 guys. I had a nap as well, he says. Yeah, brilliant, mate. You got to, when you consume so much alcohol, because I'm sorry, but I get so passionate when West Ham are playing that I could never do a watch along. That's the point. I mean, people would probably switch off straight away, because either that or I'd probably be a bloody, one of these YouTube sensations where people are just posting everywhere, because I go mental. I mean, I was running around the pub earlier on with my arms up in the air shouting, and there was only about 30 people in the pub, and every single one of them knows what I look like now. Do you know what I mean? Because I was running up, giving it all that, but I mean, I had a couple of pints leading up to the first goal, to our first goal, that is, I'd already had a couple of pints, and then as soon as that goal went in, I was like, whew, I must have had like 5 or so during the game. It was ridiculous. I had a couple afterwards, and I don't even remember walking home, but I just know that I sat on the sofa, put a movie on, and fell asleep, because when I woke up, the TV was black, and I switched it back on again, and it came up with the end of the movie I was watching. So, well, you know, the details of the movie I was watching. So, yep, that was my afternoon. Yeah. I didn't see much of the afternoon at all, really, other than the game. But so as I said, I have got a little video that I want to show. This is just for the purpose of discussion. So I'm going to show you this little video, and I am going to have to, before I show it, I'm going to have to give full credit to this video to the BBC, because I've recorded this from my TV earlier on. Well, I'm going to play it, and then you tell me what you think, Lawrence.
Finish it off. It's absolutely a great story. He's an incredible striker. So for different reasons, he didn't play that often. But I really wish for him that he, at one point, that he finds a manager who plays him much more often than I do. But I love the boy, really, because his skill set is outstanding.
I missed could you play it one more time? Because my sound wasn't working, so I couldn't.
Right, no problem.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's all right.
It's absolutely a great story. He's an incredible striker. So for different reasons, he didn't play that often. But I really wish for him that he, at one point, that he finds a manager who plays him much more often than I do. But I love the boy, really, because his skill set is outstanding.
What do you think?
That's how he is, though. I think he's always complimentary to people and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think? I just don't.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Right. Let me just. Right. Yeah. Epic. You are right. You are right. The clip has got very poor audio. So basically, what he said, Epic, is
it was hard to hear.
He loves the boy. It's a great story that he doesn't get played that often. He come on and he scored a very important goal like that. Now, he also went on to say that he doesn't get played that often for various reasons. But I do love the guy. I just hope at some point a manager will pick him up and play him a lot more often than I do.
I wish I'd hear that.
That was kind of word for word.
Man City or Man U and Lingard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think my little shout, as you know, I mean, for weeks now, I've been shouting for Origi. I've been banging his drum, and I've been calling for him. And a lot of people have said, yeah, but Liverpool won't sell him. There's your answer. I mean, yes, that is a very poor quality sound on the video, but that is what he said. I just hope at some point a manager picks him up and plays him a lot more often than I do.
But my question, Budgie, is this. How much control does the manager have of selling to different people? He may say it's cool, hey, I want to see him somewhere. It could be even Man U now, the new coach, and say, hey, Lingard, I want to see him play more. At the end of the day, it's the general managers, it's the owner to say, hey, you want this? It's like a puppet show. It's the money talks first. So that's my thing.
Of course, of course. But the thing is, the thing is, right, I got a funny feeling that Jurgen Klopp is a lot more intelligent than a lot of people give him credit for. Now, he's probably heard, well, he obviously knows the result of the game between us and Chelsea today. Now, he knows that we are challenging for top 4 places. Do you know what I mean? He knows we're not here by chance. We're here on merit. Yeah. And Jurgen Klopp knows that sorry, Epic. Yes, he was talking about Origi. Klopp knows that we're going to be in the market in January for a striker. He knows that. He's heard all the talk. He's heard all the talk. He's dangling Origi in front of David Moyes. I'm telling you, that's exactly what he was doing with that. And I wouldn't be surprised if that. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if that comment has been repeated on Sky or BT or whoever it is that does the coverage for that game, live. But I would not be at all surprised if that's the case. That comment now is going to become viral, I would think, because
I see it.
I mean, I'm not the only West Ham fan to have watched that. And I'm not the only West Ham fan to like Origi. And when that comment came out, when he said, I'd like to see a manager pick him up and play him a lot more than I do. Mate, I was sitting there thinking, Jesus, David, I hope you're watching this.
I agree. But and you know what? Like I said, I'm the rookie of the Premier League, and that's why I always yield to you, Budgie and Karen, but how much control does the manager have of selecting and deselecting his team, or is it more a higher up? You know what I mean? The owner, or is there?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. So the thing is, the manager has the end say. Okay, so so like the general manager might go, right, I want to move Divock Origi on. And Jurgen Klopp might turn around and go, no chance. No chance. I need him. Do you know what I mean?
So the general manager yields to the manager?
So the chairman would go, okay, I've employed you to do a job. I'm going to let you do it, kind of thing. Yeah. There are exceptions to that, like with, the GSB selling players or bringing in players that the manager has had no say over. And other general managers and chairmen have done the same thing. But
did Moyes say bring Vlasic?
Rule of thumb is usually, rule of thumb is usually that the manager or the head coach has the ultimate say.
Gotcha.
So he could say, like he just said today, I would like to see a different manager play him as much as, more than I do. So, Mark saying Salah made a nice pass and Origi with a nice finish. Exactly, mate. It was and that pass was absolutely syrupy sweet.
I love Salah. Salah's
he's great. He was talking about Origi. No, not Bowen. No, he wasn't talking about Bowen, mate. Klopp does talk a lot. Yes, he does. Jurgen is all teeth. He's saying that because Origi is refusing to renew his contract, and they won't. They want to sell him. Right. Well,
try to get bigger money.
Does that matter? Does that matter? What I'm saying is now Jurgen Klopp has put him clearly in the shop window. In the shop window.
Yep, I agree.
Epic says his contract expires in the summer, so we'll get him for like 9 to 12 million then, I reckon, if his contract's expiring in the summer, in January with 6 months left to run on it. 9 to 12 million is a fair price for him. People were talking about 18 and 20 million for him. I don't think he'll go for that much. I don't think he will. Scott's in the house. Well done, Scott. Thank you for joining us. Good evening. What a win chat.
Scott, absolutely. The chef. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, man. Super chef. Yeah. He's in the house. I was
buzzing the whole time.
Yeah. Mark's saying hi to Scott and Epic. Would you take him over some of the other rumoured targets?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Origi. Would I take him over some
other targets?
Well, the other targets are the likes of oh gosh, who was the hold on, someone else is coming into the house.
Someone's coming to the house.
Someone's knocking on the door. Hello, Dark Man.
Karen, wake up. Good morning.
Yeah,
Can't see your face, buddy.
You can't, no. I might,
No, mate.
I might move inside. It's a bit shady today.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
Right. Look, I'll come back in a minute.
All right.
Anyway,
okay, yeah.
we are massive.
We are massive.
We are massive.
Right. Would I take Origi over some of the other rumoured targets? Well, at this second in time, my head is buzzing and I can't think of the names of any of the other rumoured targets. And the only thing that I would say on that epic is that I would take him over any of the rumoured targets that have no Premiership experience. Yes, in that case.
Yeah, for sure.
If we were linked with somebody like, for example, Tammy Abraham, then probably I would have to really consider which one I would go for. I think I would probably still call for Origi because at the end of the day, Tammy didn't push hard enough to come to us when he had the opportunity to. I know we wouldn't meet Chelsea's price tag, but he could have said, come on, lads, I want to go there. Come on, boss, I want to go there. Come on, drop your price a bit. Or, you know, put add-ons on or something. But, you know, let me go there. He could have done that, you know, but he didn't. Instead, he decided to go to Italy.
Yep. Hey, Budgie, I wanted to put this out to you. I wanted to put this out to you. I wish Karen was on, and for the people in the chat is this. This is my opinion.
Right.
I would like to see Antonio go to the wing spot, and for right now, our main striker in the middle, Bowen, back up. If I know he's 17, maybe Perkins, maybe Ben Rama, and then we get another striker. I think Antonio is best on the side. I think we have to put him back there. So that's my thoughts, and I want everybody's opinion.
Okay. Well, come on, guys, give us your opinion in the chat, and I will address it all at the same time.
He definitely played.
Yeah. I agree.
Definitely striker today. I mean, a winger, and he was great. I thought.
Sorry. The rumor is we've made a bid for Arthur Cabral. Okay. I can't say I know enough about him to comment on him, but if he's a good player, then he's a good player. If we've made a bid for him, you know, fair play. You know, fair play. That's all I can say. I don't know, but I think I've never heard of him, and he's never played in the Premiership, so I can't comment on him. I don't really follow continental football that much. So yeah, my answer is yes. If you know, if it's a choice between him or Origi, then I'm going to go for Origi every time because he's got Premiership experience. He scored some lovely goals. He gets himself into really good positions. He works hard for the team. He doesn't complain when he's on the bench. He won't mind playing second fiddle to Antonio because he knows that any minute now Antonio's hammies are going to go bing and he's in. And then he's going to become, you know, our main focus. So, yeah, I would still go with Origi. Yeah, I would. I mean, tell me another Premiership player we should go for, or Premiership experience player. Good evening, Kieran. Welcome to this madness, mate. The madness of more giant killing, bruv. More giant killing.
Scott's a worry right there. He's like center back.
Big up Lawrence and Budgie. I wonder after today if Moyes will be looking at centre back.
I heard discussion.
Love Ake.
During the match.
Yeah, Ake's very good. Ake's very good. He's got a lot of experience in the Premiership now, and he's still quite young. And the one thing I do like about Ake is that he's constantly, when he's playing, he's constantly like in touch with the boss on the sidelines, getting instruction and, you know, and transmitting that to the rest of the team and stuff like that. I'm not sure if he's a captain. Who's he playing for at the moment? Is it who is he playing for?
Who are you talking about, Budge?
Nathan Ake.
He's at Man City, isn't he?
Yeah. Man City, yeah.
Not
Yeah,
getting-
so
and
he's nowhere near the captaincy of Man City. And yet, yeah, of course, yes, it is Man City. Of course it is. You know, he constantly, well, not constantly, like not all for the whole 90 minutes, but, you know, he quite often speaks with the boss when he's over by the sidelines and that. You know, it quite often relays messages across the pitch and stuff. You know, I've seen, and when he was at Bournemouth, he was doing it all the time. All the time. Is it Bournemouth he was with? Yeah. Bournemouth. He was constantly like captaining the side. But yeah, he's a good choice. Nathan Ake, he's a good choice, Scott. I agree, mate. Epic. Klozek, yeah, see again, Epic. No Premiership experience, mate. So again, I would still go with Origi. Ake, Lingard, and Origi, and we're genuinely winning the quadruple. Scott, that's really ambitious, mate. But the three signings aren't so ambitious, especially Lingard and Origi. I mean, they're both in our shop window already. Do you know what I mean? They've already been considered, I think. And, you know, because now, as Epic said earlier, that, you know, Jurgen Klopp's saying nice things about Origi because they want to sell him. You know, I believe he genuinely likes him. I believe he genuinely likes him. But, you know, yes, he's put him in the window firmly now. So Ake is probably the only player of those three that we may struggle to get, because Man City don't have to sell.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
They don't have to sell. You know, Bowen wasted a lot of chances. He did waste a couple, and there was that open goal that he could have, driven it or pushed into the goal.
But I tell you what, you got to give Bowen credit,
but
man.
He was stretching like a good one. He was like Stretch Armstrong, but he didn't quite make the goal.
Yeah,
Listen, he scored a beautiful goal, Epic, and he was integral to most of the play up in final third.
Even that shot that my man Antonio did from the wing to him, he almost got to it. It's just a couple inches. And people are like, oh, he should have made that. That guy stretched the best that he could to get to that ball. He did his best, so it wasn't automatic. Yeah. So you got to give credit. Come on.
It was that full tilt to get that. It was that full tilt to try and get there. And his movement was brilliant. When he saw Antonio go to the wide, he came darting in, and he was inches away from making it. Inches.
Yeah.
So exactly.
Mark saying that Antonio is still the guy until you can replace him. That's true. That is true.
I'm not saying he's not the guy, but I'm saying that he looks more comfortable and he's better on the wing. That's
I think what Mark is meaning is that you can't put Bowen or Benrahma or any of the other lads in the middle when you've got Antonio available.
No,
I think that's what he's saying. But, I mean, should we have an outright striker coming in January, then that's when you will find, I think, maybe, Antonio being put out like as the right-sided forward.
I got you. No, I thought a lot about what Karen said. And Karen said something really kind of pointed at halftime, and I listened to it, and I agreed. He was like, Moyes would put – Antonio would not go to the left or to the right if Moyes wasn't directing him to do that. And I agree to an extent, but then more I thought about it was, then why is he a striker in the freaking first place? But with that, I thought there could be some positioning. Is he supposed to be moving to the left and somebody goes into the middle? I don't know.
Well, but I'll tell you something, Lawrence. I saw an interview with Antonio when Moyes first came back and started doing well. When Moyes, brought in Soufal and Socek and doing well. And he's I think the interview asked him, what are you learning from Moyes? He said, no, they're all brilliant. And he said, what I have learned from Moyes is wherever that ball is coming out of defence, I need to be in line with it. So if it's coming out of the right back, he goes to the right. If it's coming out of left back, he goes to the left. If it's coming through the middle, he stays in the middle. And that's what he'd said himself. That was Moyes' instructions. So he'd follow the ball across the pitch, wherever it may be, and be in line with it. He said, then I seem to be able to get the ball more often, and they can hit me easier. You know, the defenders can pick me out easier. So that's why I think, as much as we find it frustrating when he's too much out on the left and right, that I think he's under instruction to do that.
Fair point.
Well, that's interesting, mate, because I hadn't seen or heard about that, but that's interesting. I quite
chase where the ball's at. You're the fastest
that
guy,
actually changes. That actually changes the dynamic of my thinking now.
Yeah, that's why I don't help him too much when he's going left and right, because I know that's what he's been instructed to do.
I got to be honest with you. I just look upon it as part of his game. Sometimes it is frustrating when he takes a throw in and things like that, because I think to myself, no, you should be the target.
That should be happening. That should be happening.
You know, but you know, I mean, the thing is, and I know this is going to sound really weird, but the thing is, I think he would be quite decent at taking corners as well, because he can whip a ball.
I wonder.
You know, but we need him there in the middle, bullying. You know,
don't start that, Clive. Don't start suggesting that if you're doing it next week. We'll be going mental.
That's right. That son of a gun can do a great pass from the wing shot. I mean, he did today. He was fabulous on the shots. There went that bow and a couple others prior to that. He was brilliant on those shots to the.
The only thing that I had in Antonio today, his first half performance, I would have given him a 5 out of 10, and his second half performance, I'll give him an 8 out of 10.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Mark saying, hi, Kieran. What a game. Lady Luck was on our side today.
Yeah, we did have a bit of luck, and we deserved it.
Yeah. And I think we forced the luck, actually. We forced the luck to come our way.
But
that's
Karen, what I like at our halftime show is just me, you, and Peach. It was like what you said, though. We played aggressive against the guys, I thought. We pushed them around a little bit, and then we started dominating, just like you said. You said we needed to
we had to rattle them. We had to rattle them a bit. Yep. And I reckon Rice rattled Jorginho. He had him rattled, right? And I think Bowen winning that penalty, that rattled that Mendy in the goal, right? And then when Lanzini scored the penalty, here we go, and then he went then. When Lanzini scored the penalty, he went straight up to that Reece James and give it to him, didn't he? He was fucking in his ear. That was brilliant.
Yes,
I love that.
Awesome.
I love that because he was telling them, mate.
Yes, sir.
So,
awesome.
Good stuff.
What are you doing? Kieran, what are you doing?
I'm just all over the place, man. I'm a bit hungover, right? It was a bit of a late night for me. My voice ain't the best. I was shouting. Me and the boy were downstairs. He got home to watch it with me. And I was screaming. He was screaming.
I was doing laps at the pub.
Yeah, I bet you were, mate. You got a bar up yet, mate?
Everybody in that. No. Everybody in that pub knows. Everybody in that pub now knows my face, though, because I've been up to them going,
oh, mate, I bet you were.
Yeah, you got
you would have been unbearable.
It was
what
brilliant.
Did you do with the Masako goal? You must have went nuts.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. I went absolutely ballistic. I ran out into the car park and I come back in and, oh, God, I didn't see any of the replays of the goal because once it had gone in, mate, I was gone. I was off quicker than Bowen, mate. Scott says he remembers watching him, meaning I'm assuming that means that you remember watching Aki against us in the cup, and he looked so comfortable on the ball. He is comfortable on the ball, mate. Aki is a really good player. Hammerette, she's popped in. She's saying, morning chats and chapettes and chat. I'm not going to make it for the show as she's shattered, but she just wanted to pop in and say hi. What a win. Come on, you Irons. But I know that she'll be listening. I expect she'll be listening. Yes, mate. And people are saying hi. Titch is in the house. Good evening. Good morning, Titch.
What's up, buddy?
Thank you. Thank you for your brilliant work on. Thank you for your brilliant work on Unfocused again this week, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah, wasn't it good, man? Wasn't it good?
It was, and I apologise for not making any of your lives today, Titch, but I was, as you can probably imagine, I was giving it to every Chelsea supporter in the pub. There was about 8 of them, and none of them like me anymore.
That's worth it.
Oh God, it is worth it. So yeah, but Titch, lovely mate, thank you for everything. Mark saying hello as well. So one of the other things I wanted to say was that we played a really good game today. Thanks, buddy. We played a really good game today, and I want to go through, the chat, and I want to also ask you two guys as well, who you felt was man of the match today. Who was man of the match today for you, Kieran?
Oh, mate, I can't, because I went on Titch's show, didn't I, and done the review or the players' ratings. But I was so excited, I'm not sure if I got them all right, because my head was still fucking buzzing, And I might have to review a couple, because I don't think I gave Bowen enough credit, because I was half pissed. I just done a bottle of wine and 6 fucking beers, and and I was just, my head was a fucking mess because we'd won. I just couldn't believe it. So I think there's 2, right? I would have given it. I have to give 2 of them, and it's got to be Bowen and Rice. I thought they were both fantastic, with Lanzini not far behind. But there you go. Yeah, Bowen was fabulous today.
Okay, so you've given us a top 3 then. So Bowen, Rice, and Lanzini. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Lawrence, what are you saying, buddy? Sorry, I just wanted to say my apologies for shifting you 2 around, but I don't feel comfortable unless he's next to me. honestly, we're like
I can poke him in the eye now.
We're like Ant and Dec, me and him. We have to be this way round as well. So,
you guys can hug later. Hug later.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah.
I even look better in the middle, Geezer. Huh?
I bet you do. But anyway, Karen was pretty much point on. I think Bowen definitely showed himself there, the hustle he had and all that. Antonio played pretty well in the second half and stepped up to it. So I really liked him. But Rice's, besides the bad pass, and honestly, in my opinion, the bad pass that he had that turned into the goal with Mount's fantastic kick.
Mm-hmm.
He was up there. So I'm still going to go with Bowen. Bowen matched it like they did in Sky. End of the match, but I still Antonio's second half, we couldn't have done it without him. And so
Okay, fair point. So Mark R in chat is saying Bowen for hitting that ball into the net, man of the match. Fair play, fair point. Yeah. Good point, mate.
And he won the penalty as well, didn't he?
He did indeed. Yes,
exactly.
He did.
Yep, good point, Karen. Yep, he did.
Okay. Yep. So I'm also going to ask. But I'm not ask. Sorry, I'm also going to quote Jermaine Genius today when he was on Match of the Day. He said that Bowen for him was man of the match. He said that he was the standout player on the pitch today.
Yeah, I think
he's and that he doesn't get the credit he deserves because he works harder than anyone else he's seen in a West Ham shirt this season. That was his words, not exactly word for word, but that was me rounding up what he said. I've put my own lyrics into that, as it were, but that's basically what he said. And I'm going to be inclined to agree with him, with you guys. Hello, Pete. Welcome, buddy.
Mark, you're not far off. I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, I think Bowen was the standout player today. And as I said earlier on when it was just Lawrence and I did say that for me, for me, actually, the standout moment, I have to be honest with you, of the game was Mason Mount's goal. I'm sorry, but it was,
I thought Bowen's goal was better. Straight up. I thought Bowen's goal was better.
It was beautiful, but the way that ball came down to Mason Mount and he just guided it into the net. I thought it was quality. But other than that, Bowen's performance, his finish, his tenacity, his work rate, and everything else, I think, yes, he was my man of the match also. What about you, Peach? What about you?
Yeah, hold up. I'm trying to get like Hollywood ready, dog, because I'm in the midst between two stars. How you mean? So I'm just trying to get Hollywood ready.
Oh no, hang on.
You the meat, mate. I hear you the meat.
I don't know if you. I don't
Not
know.
anymore. Not anymore. Hey, listen. Ant and Dex, mate. We can't be separated, and we have to be this way round.
See, strange bastards I deal with, like. How you mean? Well, but I'm showing you, man. I'm showing you. Like,
you set this monster loose, mate.
I know. I saw you this, man. It's like Mason Mount's goal. Even my father is like, that was a better goal than Bowen's. That goal was phenomenal. Like the way he like just got it off the volley. He said, "Do you know how hard that is to do?" And I've never really been that good at football, Kieran and Clive. Oh, sorry, to go back, like how I'm dealing, and I was in the middle between two stars. I don't know what show you were watching, but I was watching Football on Focus today, and I'm telling you, man, like I'm sitting between two stars, dog. It's only a matter of time. Like people are gonna catch on, man. Y'all gonna be getting the red card treatment before me, dog. I'm not even playing like the red carpet treatment. Sorry, not red card treatment. Red carpet treatment before me, dog.
You're sitting between two. Hey, you're sitting between two Muppets. I don't know about stars.
Yeah, Waldorf and Stadler.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like fucking Kermit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I'm telling you, man. Just remember me when you guys make it big. There you go. Between two stars, I love it. Remember me. Remember little old me when you guys get big. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I'll show you this, man. I'll show you this. Joking aside, my father said, "You know how hard that is to do?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "To time that kick on and to get his laces through the ball." Near post, especially. Near post, especially.
I'm not giving him any credit for it. I'm disagreeing with both of you. Right? Here's what I won't. Right? Fabianski should have saved it. Fabianski should have saved it. Yeah, he should have saved it. And then not only that, Pete, that's when Johnson picked up his injury and couldn't get back to cover him. So I'm not giving
Kieran, you'll go on the naughty step.
Kieran,
you're going to go on the naughty step.
Kieran, I'm holding the talking stick. I am holding the talking stick. It is invisible, but I'm holding the talking stick, my son. Now listen, my father said to me, I'm leaving. No, I'm joking. You know what? My father said to me, "Do you know how hard it is to like go near post and just like time it on the volley like that?" I said, "Great." I said, "That's good." I said, "But did you see Bowen? It was his second touch. He brought the ball down, was able to distribute it from his right to his left foot, score behind a man, curl it into the far corner. I thought it was a better goal, hand in hand." And my dad said, "No, he said, I could have done that." He said, "I could have done that." And I was like, and he was a left footed. And he said, "I could have done that." I said, "Well, I know, but it's naughty step time for you." But it's like, honestly, I thought Bowen's goal was better. Now, I heard you guys talking because I never come on these streams fresh. Like if I'm late, I'll go on YouTube and watch two things what you guys are saying just so I can jump in the conversation and not be like, well, what are they talking about? So you guys are talking about, Kieran was talking about man of the match. No, Clive was. Well, you all were, but Clive, like, man of the match, Masuaku. When me and Kieran were in the moment, we were like, man of the match, Masuaku, because he scored the goal. But when you look back,
no, Bowen, not Masuaku, Bowen, we said.
Oh, okay, then I'm on the same page. Because Bowen's work rate, he was a workhorse today. He was an engine. He was a CC. He was absolutely, I don't know what Danny Dyer put in his tea this morning, or she didn't piss in his breakfast. She did not piss in his cornflakes today, though. Like, she might have come in his cornflakes. She didn't piss in his cornflakes, so he got that sweet, tasty juice. And I'll show you this, man. Yo, Danny Dyer, come in this Weetabix more often, dog, because I will show you, man. Her juices got him flowing because he was a workhorse. He was outstanding. He was tremendous. He was here, there, and everywhere. He was Thomas Suchek in disguise today. And I'm telling you, man, that man was unbelievable. Now, Matsuaku, I got a bone to pick people saying, "Oh, that was a cross. That was a cross." You know what? Only Matsuaku knows. David Moyes can talk shit saying that was a cross. Fuck off, David Moyes. I'm talking to Matsuaku. I'm bringing him on the blower tomorrow, and I'm saying, Arthur, Viva la, was that a cross or Viva la, was that a goal? Was that a shot? And I think it was a shot because I think he saw him out of position trying to cover Bowen on the far corner of the far post, and then Matsuaku just shot it. Straight up, I think that was a meant to be goal. I think that was a meant to be goal, and I think it wasn't around Ronaldinho cross that turned into a goal, like David Seaman let in the World Cup or Euros. That was a goal. He meant to do it.
Yes.
He did it.
Yes.
Get them West Ham glasses off, mate. Get them West Ham glasses off. You know what might have given it away?
Never.
I might have accepted that he didn't score that goal.
Right.
Never.
When you watch Matsuaku celebrate, when you watch him celebrate, he's guilty as fuck.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He looks like him. Shit.
No, I'll tell you what that is. I'll tell you what that is.
That's like saying OJ committed the crime because the glove fitted. That's like saying OJ committed the crime because the glove fitted. He just had the same size hand. That's it. So it's like, yo, Matsuaku was not guilty of nothing. Matsuaku was not guilty of nothing. He meant to score the goal. He just wanted to play it off because it makes him look better. He wanted to play it off so it made it look better. He was like, "Oh, I'll just act like I didn't mean to do that, and I'll get all the pundits and everybody loving me." Trust me, Matsuaku meant to do that. I loved that game from beginning to end. 3-2, yes, please. Oh, come on, Lions. West Ham,
I've got to say,
everywhere we go, everywhere we go. Yo, Kieran, what you got to do? Hold on, Kieran, what you got to do? Tell Arctic Sam that because Arctic Sam said he had like 400 beats. Tell him to find. Could you just listen? Use your ears. Mickey Mouse them things, dog. Tell Arctic Sam. If he has, because he said he had 400 rhythms. If he has any rhythms with a similar rhythm, like dun 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 dun, that's the one we want, because that's going to be the chorus of the song. West Ham are massive everywhere we go, and it's going to blow the fuck up. When Rusty Beal played at the London Stadium too, you watch. Just saying.
I want to say something. I want to say something.
Yeah, because you didn't interrupt me, Kieran. So go on,
thank you. Thank you. As an ex-player, like amateur player, and Kieran, you used to play as well. Come on, have a look at that goal again, Kieran, and look at the way he shaped himself up. Matsuaku.
To be honest,
he shaped himself for a shot, not for a cross.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was guilty. A full-blooded shot. No, I'll tell you what that was.
I want to see the interview
that was
Arthur.
Fucking hell, it went in. It went in. That was what it was.
I wanted Arthur to say, yep, I meant it. I want him to say it, because then I'll believe it.
He had a little interview on BBC after the game. And, he was most gracious, He said, the whole team, blah 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 blah. Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure I saw it. Sure I saw it.
He don't know what he see last night.
Yeah, mate. I've got. Do you know what? I'm still fucking recovering. Honestly, I was really drunk. I just.
That's a problem.
Oh God. Mate, I had 5 pints during the game. I know that because I've looked at my bank statement on my phone, and I had 5 pints during the game.
I love it.
And two after as well. So, yeah, mate, I was getting them Cronenbergs down my neck like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, I love a good Cronenberg. Nice. I love a good Cronenberg. 1776 in it, or
1664. 1664.
Well, yeah, I got that wrong. Fucking hell. And I drank the shit out of that. That tells you how many times I drank it and got pissed.
Hammer's dad saying that Mount wouldn't have scored that goal if Johnson hadn't got a knock. Quite possible.
And that's
it
a
is
good
quite
thing,
possible.
Hammer's dad. That's what I thought, yeah.
But the fact is that the technique for that goal is undeniable.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
It was.
But,
Shiny, he's saying, good evening all. Has it sunk in yet? West Ham really are massive. Yes, we are. In fact, Shiny, you're being too polite there, man. We're fucking massive. That's what we are.
Blood clot massive. Yeah.
All I can tell you guys is I was wearing a West Ham shirt throughout Auburn, Alabama, USA today. Some people would not know what it was, but it was everywhere. I had my other jersey. It was nice.
Hey guys.
Represent.
Hey guys. Yeah, you just need to know that everybody in the pub now is asking where I got my T-shirt from.
Oh, I like West Ham.
Now it's time to start flogging them things, dog, without the name. Just start flogging them without the name. West Ham Random.
I am working on Monday in a guy's house, one of my friend's houses. I'm just doing a bit of decorating, but his wife, I spoke to you about her earlier.
Oh, you were telling me this.
Yes. She prints T-shirts, and she's seen this one, and she said she could do exactly that, and she could put names on as well if we wanted to. So I am going to get her to make up 10 shirts, okay? One of them will have Kieran on, one of them will have Peach on, one of them will have Titch on, and one of them will have Lawrence on. So
love it.
All of us will have the same shirts, right?
Wally World needs one, dog. Wally World needs one.
Right, okay, I'll get Wally World on one of them as well. And I'll send them out. I'll send them out to you all.
No, the only reason I said Wally World, Lawrence, because he sent me 2 T-shirts, one Philly T-shirt and one Toronto Hammers T-shirt. There was no bias. The only reason I said that because he already sent me 2 T-shirts. That's it.
Yeah.
You need one with Waldorf on it.
Yes, and you need one with no name on it. You need a few with no names on it because we could flog those when we do the thing on December 17th for the Irons Food Bank. And when we can donate. Imagine if we sell 30 to 50 shirts, we'll be able to donate 10 shirts to the Irons Food Bank, man.
Yeah.
And they could just give them away at the next match or some shit, you know?
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I'll have a chat with her and see how much it's going to cost me to get say.
Yeah, we got to sell them before we can donate any, because that's coming out of your pocket, still, man. Yeah. Good idea, though, man.
I mean, when I asked her if she could do them, she said, if you just want one, it costs me to get the T-shirt and the screen printing and that. So she said, if it was just one, it would be a £10.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, that's good enough, because I paid 13 quid for this one plus postage,
Yeah. What about if you get 30 or 50? What about if you get 30
that's
or 50?
What I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. The shirts will be cheaper.
And we can all put money into it, man.
Well, that's cool.
Send some cash. It don't matter. Just let me know how much.
That's it. That's what I'm saying, dog. Me too.
I'm down to put 100 down.
Just
me
give
too. Me too, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll sort it out. Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
No
you
worries,
heard it first. You heard it here first, boys and girls in the chat. You heard it here first. Hammer's dad said Peach is going at it like the Clappers. He was indeed. Matsuaku committed grand larceny today.
He did. I loved it.
Hammer's dad.
He meant that. Wasn't it good?
Hammer's dad said he feels that Matsuaku meant it. I agree.
Let Lawrence talk.
Everybody that saw that said, no, that was a shot. There's not very many people said.
It was a shot. Lawrence, what did you want to say, my G? What did you want to say, man?
And it's funny, but at halftime, I know and nobody probably watched, but with Carrot and Peach, we had a discussion about how we should play it. And it kind of came to fruition. And when he made that freaking shot, I was like, this can happen. Then I thought the last 10 minutes, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Then Zuma went. And we held on. I was just ecstatic all day long. I went Christmas shop my wife. I let her buy something.
Yeah. It was one of those days let's go Christmas shopping, baby. Whatever you want. Trust me, man.
You know how it is. It's a win and a loss.
Right,
can I make one point there, Clive?
Yeah, you can.
What I've been saying for a while now, even though Johnson's done a great job for his right back, we're a more attacking team when Soufal plays on that right back side. He was up there today. He got the assist for Bowen's goal. He had one cleared off the line, and we've scored 3 goals today. So I really do. As much as I like Johnson at right back, we seem to be more attacking when Soufal's playing. We seem to get up the pitch better.
Yes. That's a good point.
There you go.
Also, I read. Oh, hold on. I read that. So Johnson might be out for like 2 to 4
Wally's
weeks
in the house.
or
Wally's
4
in
to
the
8
house.
weeks.
Come on, Wally.
Big up Marker. Big up Marker. So yeah, but Johnson might be out for like 4 to 8 weeks. It depends on his stand tomorrow.
Really?
And
8 weeks?
Yeah, and it's either 2 to 4 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks. One of the two. I don't know. We'll all find out tomorrow because they're having a scan tomorrow. And Zuma, they don't know what's wrong with him, but it's a knee problem, and he's having a scan tomorrow too. But it's only those two. After everybody that went down like 5, it's only those two.
Right, I'm just going to say something. Across the bottom there, I'm scrolling my email address. That's for anybody that's interested in t-shirts. Okay, email me. We'll have a little chat, and then I'll get.
Your email's also West Ham Random. You can get into the West Ham Random too one. Like that's your personal one. You can also get into West Ham Random.
That's fine. No, I actually haven't got access to the email. That's why I can't assign anybody as moderator.
I give you access after we get off the channel. I thought I already did that. It's the same login code and thing for this channel.
Yeah, and it was. Do you remember we had the trouble with it sending you some numbers, and there was a bit of a delay, and then it timed out.
I'll do that.
We'll talk on the phone while we're doing it.
Yeah.
That way it'll be easier.
Done.
All right. All right. Cool. So, but for the time being, that's there as well.
So, Lawrence, what were you saying?
I had a question for you guys here. I know we're down with the center backs. I heard that Crowd played center back. Could he come in and do that job?
He must be able to.
They said prior to this he was a center back. Now, he's not, now why he's not playing with Moyes, I don't know yet. But now that we're weak in the center back, we lost Habano. I think Zuma now for who knows how long. Bring Crowd in.
Yeah, I think
you know what? Go on, Karen. Sorry.
Just if Cresswell, I think he'll be fit for the next game. I think they'd just bring Cresswell with Diop Dawson and have that free Cresswell as a left-sided centre back.
Yeah.
Or you could play Krau next to Souček and drop Rice back in there if you're desperate.
Yeah, or you could bring I want to see the new boys come up and steal the shirts, teach the shirts after the boys there. I want to see Baptiste. I want to see Elise. I want to see those boys. Like Elise scored a peach of a goal the other day, man. I want to see them, and he defends like a big time defender. He's a unit, man. These people have to get their chances, like how Johnson got their chance, man. Like Johnson got bedded in though, didn't he? Like slowly but surely, he got bedded in. So Elise and Baptiste will need to get bedded in, but I think they'll hit the ground running, man. I really do.
But Peach is totally on point. We haven't signed many players, so we have to get our young talent on. We have no choice. 100. We have no choice. So
that's what we do at West Ham, isn't it, Lawrence? We're known as the academy. Let's put the academy players in. Let's go get it.
I mean, we have to.
Love it. Yeah, we do have to. We do.
Choice with all the injuries
and also you will also find that David Moyes wants to, not just has to, but I think you'll find that he wants to because I mean, look, he's given Sonny Perkins a little shot in Europe the other day. He's had him on the bench a couple of times now. So obviously he's as we know, he's slowly catching monkey. That's how he plays it. So let's not expect too much too soon from any of the younger lads. He will bed them in, but he may have to throw in a defender.
But let's not be surprised if they hit the ground running. Let's not be surprised.
If this injury to Zuma is any worse than first hopes, if he's out for any number of weeks, he's gonna have to blood in one of the younger lads.
Yeah, I think
that's
exactly
exactly
or Baptiste.
Exactly, Budgie. That's what we're saying. I agree.
Yeah. He's gonna.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I also think you'll find that it's not just a case of having to. I think you'll find David Moyes actually want to.
Yeah.
I think you find he does because
I go with Karen's part.
I think he's.
I didn't hear that. Sorry, man.
Yeah, go on.
What was that, Lawrence? What did you say?
One thing I agree with Karen was, and he said earlier, and I agree, he's a traditionalist. He doesn't want to bring in them big matches. He didn't want to like bring Perkins in today. He said it last night. Yeah. Today, guess what? Who wasn't on the bench? Perkins wasn't. So the thing is, but he's not. But the point you're saying is correct. Is he's not going to have a freaking choice. We haven't signed the people that we wanted. We don't have the people, so we need to be creative with our young guys to do that. That's why I was always saying the Perkins thing in the striker, because we have to do what we have.
Yeah, if we keep losing bodies, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to delve into the younger boys.
And you know what?
We've got a lot of games left before we get to January, haven't we? We've still got a lot of games to get to January. So
but I'd rather have these injuries. I'd rather have these injuries in the first week of December rather than in the middle or the end of December. Well, not the end. The end would be like the beginning. But like I'd rather have these injuries than in the middle of December. And to tell you the truth, there's one man that's lurking if he's fit and he's above all of the others, and that's Ryan Fredericks. Honest to goodness, there's one defender that is above all the others. And if like playing in a center half role might be a bit something, but he'll be able to take the weight off the shoulders of somebody like Tufal or Cresswell. So you might see a bit
but he's also got who is fit and we haven't seen very much of. He's got a very good defensive midfielder in Alex Kroll, who could easily slot into there.
Well said, Budgie. Well said, Budgie.
I mean, that's something that I haven't considered until this moment, I've got to be honest. Yeah. But Alex Kroll could quite comfortably sit behind Rice and Souček in front of, the defence, or in the defence even. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He could even sit in the defence. He could play a part in defence, maybe. Yeah, agreed.
Guess what? Guess what? It's December 4th, and we are number 4 in the fucking league because we're
go on, Lawrence.
And that's it.
Go on, Lawrence.
So we're still in a good spot. We just need to bet good, so.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty fucking. It's awesome.
It's awesome, man. Like, this is a beautiful time to be a West Ham supporter, man. Honestly, like 3 against Chelsea. That doesn't happen every day. That doesn't happen every day. Like 3 against Chelsea. Like, hello, we got 3 against Chelsea. They let 2 in against us. I was going for a 3-1. So they scored another one. Got close. But Andy Miles was bang on. Cam was bang on.
And
like,
do you know something, Peach? I was actually about to bring up the fact that you predicted a 3-1.
Yeah.
And you were closer to the score than any of us. But yeah, Miles, he did. He did. He did say 3-2.
He did. Miles got it right. So did Cam.
But yeah, I mean, fair play. You did predict that we were going to score 3 goals. None of us believed it. None of us.
Definitely not.
No,
I said it was going to be a really tight 0-0, or maybe we might nick a 1-0. That was my
Everybody was thinking that. You look at Kieran. Kieran went for the draw, didn't he? And you went for like just nicking one late on. And like when I went on Young Jake's channel, it was like me. Well, no, I wasn't on the channel. I was just in the live chat, and it was like, who was it on the channel? It was Mike. Mike. He was at the match. Jake's. He's like his uncle, I think. Man, he was at the match, and then Fee was on the show. And somebody else was on the show. I forget. It was Phil, the boy. He drives like the sea taxi or the ocean taxis. He was on the show. James Fee was on the show, and it was like they asked me what I thought like the score was going to be, and I took the piss. I was like 6-2 or 6-1 or some shit, and like I was like Antonio's going to score a hat trick, and Rice is going to score, Lanzini's going to score. I'm taking the piss, but really I thought it was going to be 3-1. And when they scored 2, I was like, "Oh shit!" Now it's down to Milesy. And you know what? When Matt Swarton scored that third, I was like a little kid jumping on my bed again, like I was 3 years old. It was
Hell yeah,
nuts.
buddy. Hey, I
It
got
was
a question
nuts,
for you guys.
boys.
What,
It was nuts.
I tell you what, boys, I'm
Monday-
looking forward to sitting down and watching it all again.
Oh,
So
yeah,
am
me
I.
too.
me
I
too.
already have.
I'm
I
watching it
already have.
all over again.
Exactly, Karen. Yeah, you gotta watch that match.
Peach, were you
Yes.
listening in when I played that little clip of video that I recorded on
Yeah.
my phone from
No,
Jurgen Klopp? Yeah.
Yeah.
The little Jurgen Klopp video, right? So, I was watching, obviously the match of the day and that, and that what's his name?
I know you're talking about
Jermaine Genius. Jermaine Genius,
the old Spurs boy. Yeah.
I like when Gary Lineker said something about it being a top 4 clash at the beginning of the game. He said about it being and we were first up for the first time I've known in a long time. We were first up on Match of the Day.
Yeah.
When he went, Chelsea are riding high, current leaders and blah blah, and 4th place West Ham. The way he said it, Jermaine Genius Jermaine Genius looked at him and he went, he sort of looked at me and just say, "You horrible bastard." Jermaine Genius did not look happy with the way he said it.
No, I know.
Do you know what
I know. But Lineker's like that. Like when, Lawrence 100%. But Lawrence. Law. No, I like calling you Law better than Lawrence because I call my cousin Law and you're like family. So Law, it was like honestly, Law.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Go on, Budgie. Law, it was like Lineker did this when they had that $1 million VAR thing. Well, first, Lallana did it like rugby tackle Suchek. Oh, we got to find something. Oh, it went after Antonio. No, it didn't. There was no different trajectory of the ball. The ball didn't go in a different direction after it went over Antonio's sock. How did they know it touched Antonio? They didn't. So if they're not sure, that's not a foul. And Lineker was positive that it was a foul. And people were looking at him in the studio like, are you serious? Like,
nuts,
they can't make up their mind if it was or if it wasn't. So how was that a foul? Like, Lineker and a lot of people, they have it out for us. I personally love it because we fly under the radar. I wouldn't like it if they were like all for us and all about us and like pro West Ham. Yeah. They're anti-West Ham. So, and I like that because it makes us fly under the radar, no expectations, no nothing. Have some of that, and we'll just keep winning. I love it.
I do too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you could go back to, Pete. In the days Lineker, when we were at Upton Park, and you know how close we were to the pitch at Upton Park, right on you. He got a hell of a lot of abuse, mate. He got slaughtered from the West Ham fans. Not just him. So now later on in years, they just remember that and might be not too favourable to us, you know.
He still had Kieran, my son. He still has the bit between his teeth because of that. He will never forget that. And it's like in Upton Park. Kieran's so right. Like when Kieran used to go to Upton Park, and he was in the company of like Banglander and all those people, you could spit at people and it would get them on the back. Like it was so close. So I'm sure Lineker got loads of abuse. And it hasn't left his soul. He's still had nightmares about it, probably.
I was in the chicken run once, right? I was there right at the front of it.
That's where I used to sit, Karen. That's where I used to sit when I went to Upton Park. What?
When I was in the chicken run, we were standing. There was no seats, right? So I remember Tottenham, West Ham, right? And I remember Justin Edinburgh for Tottenham. He leant back on the wall to take the throw like that. He leant on the wall and I shouted in his ear, "Oh, you big-nosed prick." And he nearly dropped the ball.
Love it. Right in his ear.
He nearly dropped the ball. So that's how close you were. You could get right in them, mate. They didn't like coming down that chicken run.
You should have saved that. You should have saved that story for Wednesday, Kieran.
It was standing up. My dad told me stories about how you had to go to the pisser and you couldn't get to the pisser. You just got a newspaper, rolled it up, pissed in it, and then left it on the fucking ground. Like, it was serious. Yeah, it was serious. It was serious.
With that note, I have to go to the pisser.
What's that?
I said, with that note, I have to go to the pisser.
Oh, just got to get the newspaper, roll it up, piss in it, leave it on the floor. Done. Oh my days. Fucking brilliant.
Why bother with the newspaper? Just piss up against the street.
Yeah. He's not gone to the loo. Oh, what a result, boys. Me and Kieran were going nuts after the match. Me and Kieran and Arch Exam were going nuts. I was just like, and Budgie, we had KDK on, we had Wally World on. It was brilliant. Like, it was magic. Wally World was taking his dog out for a walk. KDK was on. And Kieran was all like, Budgie, Kieran was all like,
I was
KDK.
on another planet.
He was like, KDK, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Like Don Corleone.
No, because I've talked for Katie for the last 2 years.
No,
I've been talking for
I'm joking, Mikey. I'm joking.
I've never seen her face to face. You know, I've never talked to her face to face. Oh, she's lovely.
She's gorgeous. I love her. She's wicked, man. She's absolutely wicked.
Actually, Peach introduced me to her the other day.
No, she's lovely.
Yeah, Peach was on a WhatsApp call with her and brought me into the conversation so that I could meet her, and that it was nice. A really, really nice girl.
She's lovely, man. Not a bad bone in her body.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say that all of the guys and girls that are involved with the YouTube community to do with West Ham and that. Whenever you speak to them or whenever you see them at the stadium or whatever, they're always really nice people. None of them are arseholes. Let's be honest.
We say that for Tottenham fans, but there they are.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, what I'm actually saying is like when you actually do speak to someone for the first time, and I've only ever watched her shows as reruns. I've never actually watched her live. As yet, but and when I actually spoke to her, it was almost like I was just when she was talking, it was almost like I was just watching her again. You know what I mean? It was really weird for me, really weird, and it's like when Charlie comes on, and Charlie Wolf comes on, and when After's come on, and when them guys come on, I kind of sit there and I have to sort of like pinch
You've
myself.
been starstruck. Me too, man.
I do, I do, because and I don't mean to be rude or anything. We're just a small channel, and we put out some crazy content as well, But at the end of the day, we're just a small channel, and we're like a little family ourselves. And then when them guys pop up and we've had Anton come in, and stuff like that, and it's been brilliant. Gatesy comes in regularly. We've had Duke in.
Budgie. Even Wally World. You know how many times I seen Wally World on American Hammers Network, and it's like when I talk to him, it's like I got to shake my head. Like, am I really talking to this guy? Like, I seen him on American Hammers tons before, me and him actually connected. And it's like it's just the star search to a certain point, and it's just like, what the hell? Like, I watch you all the time, and now I'm talking to you. It's weird, man. It's weird.
If I could say something about Wally, Wally's a very loyal guy. I can just sense it.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's a guy that when he clicks with it, it's kind of like me, I believe, is when you click with something like that, then you stay with it. So that's how I think he is.
What's it Martin just said? He's a doodle with a poodle. That's what he is.
I love it. He was saying that too. Wally was saying that. That's pretty good. Wally was saying that because he was walking the poodle when I was talking to him in the one I did earlier on, and he was saying that. It was magic. His poodle's name is Pep. Pep, I think. Pep. Because I was calling it Pepino. Yeah, Pep the poodle. I love it.
Speaking of Wally World, he's put here. He says, Wally World says he gets to sit with KTK at Stoss Bar. in
so
Philly.
was that
She has said some priceless things about Antonio in the past.
Yeah, see now, me and Katie K are gonna fight, dog. Now me and Katie K are gonna fight because Antonio's my boy, and I can imagine what that she said, dog. Even Charlie Walsh, he said two things about Antonio too, which like me and him are gonna have to fight straight up.
Antonio is a great winger.
That's it.
Yeah.
You said it in a nutshell. I think he's a great striker, and I've always called for him to be a striker, but he likes to go out wide so many times. He's like Mr. Wide Man.
He did great today. He did great from the wing today.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark makes a good comment.
I'm getting a cider. I will be right back. Fellas.
Mark makes a good point. He said that's twice now that we've beaten Chelsea 3-2. Yarmolenko's goal. Two seasons ago, Yarmolenko's goal to finish it off with.
Good. Yeah, exactly
actually, that was a good goal as well, wasn't it? If I remember rightly. He took that quite nicely. So, what are we talking about then, boys? What are we talking about? Hang on, let's have a look.
West Ham, I'm not sure though.
Why do I still feel so rough?
That'll be the alcohol, son.
You were great yesterday on Titch's channel and on halftime, so you were good, buddy.
Thank you. I need
actually, do you know what? I started to watch that rating show, like a rerun of it. I started to watch that, and as I started to watch it, my phone started ringing and pinging and ringing and pinging, and I was thinking, oh no, leave me alone. So I paused it before anything had actually been said, and it sat there for about 45 minutes just on pause. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
It was good.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it in a minute.
Good job.
I said it. I'm not sure I gave enough credit to Bowen, but I will do now.
No, you were fair. I think you were. What do you think?
What did you give him?
I think you gave him a 7.5. He wouldn't have made the if he would have made the goal here to give him 8.
Changed it to 8. Yeah. I gave it to 8 in the end. But the more I think about the game now, without going back and watching the rerun, I think he's worth a 9.
I agree. Exactly.
I think he was worth a 9.
I think. Yeah.
Well, my 8s are normally a 9, Lawrence. You know, if I put an 8 on it, it's really other people's 9s. So I think he deserves a 9. He's brilliant.
Okay.
I agree, buddy. I agree.
Yeah. I haven't done any.
And have you talked to your brother yet? Oh, you talked to your brother.
He refused to answer the phone. He refused to answer the phone to me.
I bet he did. Lucky, I got him with messages.
Mate, I was pinging his phone with and all this, and every time Chelsea scored, he was pinging back at me as well. So, but then at the end of the game, I've got like, how do you feel? And he went, fuck off. That's how I feel.
Text him forever blowing bubbles. See what he feels.
I have been singing it down the bloody phone to him. Don't you worry about that. Gosh, yeah.
You kept calling these mob fucking minnows. You've just proved it. Fucking minnows.
Yeah. I mean, I said to Kev, my brother, I said to him, I said, look, you know, you've got to admit it though, ain't you, brother? And he went, what's that, mate? This was the other day. This was before today's game. I said to him, you got to admit it though, ain't you, brother? And he goes, what's that? And I said, what about West Ham? He went, yeah, you're playing well, mate. You're playing well. And, you know, we've got to have some concerns about the game, but, you know, we'll be good, don't worry. And I went, no, that's not what I mean. He went, well, what do you mean then? I said, you're going to have to admit it. And he goes, admit what? I said, we are fucking massive. And he went, I ain't going to say that. he was properly put out. And he was like, I'm not saying that. I was like, but we are massive. He goes, well, we're bigger. I didn't say that, Kev. I said, we're massive. I'm not saying there's not bigger teams, but we're massive. And he's like, and he started looking at his phone.
They have to put this in perspective. You look at the top 4 teams now, right? Look at their payroll and look at our payroll.
Exactly. That's what you got to take into context.
There you go. So guess what? The hard boys, us, we're up there, buddy. We're there.
Yeah.
And like I said, at halftime we said it, Karen. We played like we were a top 4 team. Not a number 7, scared and maybe trying to get a draw. We wanted to get the victory, and that was the bomb. That was awesome.
I'll tell you what, right, if there's any doubters out there, from other teams about Rice still, just watch that game, mate. Apart from that one mistake, watch how many times he nicked the ball off them, blocked them, punched forward, which I wanted him to do today. I was saying I need him running forward and getting the attack going. He was fucking brilliant. Brilliant. If you're a doubter about Rice, you should watch that game, and you'll know what we're talking about. What a player.
Wally World saying everyone's been raving about Bowen. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. Mate, it's worth going back and rewatching it, even if you're not going to watch Bowen. Mate. Bowen was brilliant today.
Unreal.
Excuse me. Mark says Bowen a 9 is fair.
I
agree, Mark. Go along with that as well. I wouldn't say that anybody was a 10 today.
No.
Except for Declan Rice. But even so, I think Declan was a 10 myself.
Yeah, but he has to lose a bit giving that goal away, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
I agree, Karen.
I suppose, but he kind of recovered it really well.
Everything else was 10 out of 10. Everything else was.
But even so, even though I'm saying that, I would still put Bowen as man of the match for me, because his display today showed everybody what he really is, and what he really is today.
We're talking about, and this is all about context. He was playing against the best defense in the league. Statistically,
exactly.
They're the best defense.
That's what I was just saying.
6 goals all season. 6 goals all season. They've conceded. That's where it is. Then you go, shit, and he fucking run them ragged, mate. He was into them. Fantastic.
That's what I want people to realize. Thank you. Is that we just played in 3-2 against the best team, in my opinion, in the Premier League, who do not give up goals. That is freaking awesome. Awesome.
Well, I'll tell you something. We were going about Chelsea, Man City. I just watched the highlights of Man City against Watford. And that Bernardo Silva, mate, what a player he is. What a goal. 2 goals, I think he scored. One of them is just a peach. Top corner, man. Fucking beautiful. Yeah. Just class. Just class, that play. Anyway. We are massive. Wally?
We are freaking massive.
Right, boys, what do you reckon? Tea or beer? Tea or beer? What do you reckon?
I reckon, well, what time of the day is it?
Hey.
What time of the day is it for you? In the morning?
Get your stuff, Victoria. Get yourself,
mate. I'm surprised you've even got a cup in your hand already. I mean, come on.
I was feeling a bit.
It's Sunday morning, man. You got to be on the beer at least 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. That's normal somewhere, isn't it? It's normal somewhere.
Yeah. That's it, mate. It was Rice that won the game and Bowen too, says Crosshammer. Yeah, mate. I agree. They really did fight for the game. But then you got to also give credit to the other players that really fought hard as well. And I thought Matsuaku was great when he came on. I really do. And I'm not the biggest fan of him, Well,
I was the biggest fan on his offensive abilities, I guess.
Yeah,
and like Kit said, but we were scared of that. But after that goal, I'm telling you right now, to get that W and that shot, oh my God. Prayers were answered.
Shiny. He says all the channels were so busy after the match, I didn't know which one to chill with. It reminded me of window shopping around Amsterdam after one or two beers, one or two spliffs, and at the Bulldog. Yeah, mate. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been to the Bulldog as well.
I've got a story about Amsterdam.
I've done no window shopping in Amsterdam, though.
One of my ships
at the time when I was listen. when I went to Amsterdam, and I went 9 times in a year, right?
Wow, you must have.
I went.
Fuck,
I was working.
Pervert.
You
No,
Pervert.
I was working. I was
dirty dog.
working out there, for God's sake.
Yeah, of course you were.
You know,
Yeah, right.
yeah, I was working out there, and I was out there for like 2 weeks at a time every time I went. And
Yeah.
I was in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I never, ever went to the red light district. You know that? I never once went window shopping. Never
I
once.
did. I'd look.
I was married at the time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So,
I was married
I
at
did
the
have a
time,
look.
so you know.
Window
I
shopping
couldn't
is about looking in the windows and not buying. That's part of window shopping. So that's what I did.
That's
I looked and I didn't.
Good point.
Oh, that's where I'm going
You are
wrong. I've
correct.
got a garden full of sheets of glass out there because I keep going window shopping.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting worse.
Uh,
But I
yeah,
took Budge. I used to run a team there in out of sort of Hornchurch, Essex, there many years ago, and most of them are my mates. And I took them to Amsterdam for a football tournament. There you go. And 2-day tournament, you know, playing about 3 games. You had to play about 2 to 3 games on the first day, 2 games on the second day. You know, mental.
Yeah.
But
Luke Legends just turned up.
We did
Luke,
Morning, Luke.
buddy.
Hey.
Good man.
Sorry.
Morning,
Sorry, I was
Luke.
just saying hello to Luke. Thank you for joining us, son.
Cheers.
December the 4th, King Arthur Masuaku Day.
Nice, Marcus. Like it.
I like
that. I like that. I like that. Yeah. And Crosshammer says second half the whole team were good, but first half it wasn't for Rice. We would. Oh, sorry. First half, if it wasn't for Rice, we would have lost in the work. We would be lost in the work. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Luke says Lawrence is in the house, top lad, that guy. Yeah, indeed. That's why we invite him to come onto the show, Luke.
Thank you, Luke. You're a good man.
He's a good
We
lad.
are very good.
Well, he ain't that good. He's not. He's a bit of a bell end, but we like him.
I like you too, buddy. Thanks.
There's another subscriber gone.
Yeah. So, okay, insults out of the way. Where the hell has Peach gone?
Oh, he's got ciders, isn't he? He's probably running down the off license.
You probably had to get another 4-pack.
Oh, mate, I wish I could remotely like turn his phone on to record, and I would record him a message.
Takes us with him. That's crazy, but he usually goes.
Yeah, no, he's probably actually talking to his dad or his mum. Actually, he's probably gone to the fridge. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
Looks like he was outside.
You can never tell with Peach. He might be knocking on someone's door. He could be knocking on someone's door asking if they're in. Yeah, he's a nutcase, isn't he? But hey, listen. Right, what's that say? Yeah, Wally riding high on the wind. Wally World says Peach is getting the ciders. Yeah,
I thought so. That's what I thought. Yeah.
What do you mean insults out of the way? I ain't even got started yet, says Shiny. Luke says you are cool, CD. Never listen to a colonial old son. Love a lot.
Oh, Jesus.
You do, Luke. You do, Luke. You're good for the crack.
Oh yes. Yeah. He calls you CD, does he?
Which I used to know. It's funny. That was another nickname I had when I was, a teenager. People used to call me CD. Do you remember that show used to be on Budgie?
What's that mean? Completely demented.
No, near enough. They used to have that teacher, that show. I forget the name of the show. He was a teacher, and he was called CD. And so people used to call me that. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, right.
CD in the house.
CD in the house, yeah. Well, I used to get called CT because of my initials. Because there was like 2 other Clives in my class at school. And,
yeah.
So I used to just get called CT. And then obviously my nickname of Trill came about when I was about 9. And I had that right the way through until I was about 22, I suppose.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. Oh, sorry.
All right, go on.
My question for you guys, Monday morning, going into the Brighton game and the Chelsea game, how many points did you think we could actually get?
4.
And we got it. We thought probably opposite. We probably thought Brighton 3.
Yeah.
And, man.
The wrong way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4. That's exactly that. So if you look at over the 2 games, we achieved what we wanted to achieve, I think. We got 4 points.
I agree.
Yeah. But the prestige of the win today is far better than the prestige
hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
Play.
You know?
It goes to show we can play. I mean, you know what I mean?
That's like the difference between pulling up at the Ritz Hotel either in a Mercedes, being the Brighton game, or a Ferrari being today's game.
Yeah.
You know, which one would you prefer to pull up to? You know,
I'll tell you what now.
I love the fact.
Come on.
I love the fact that I have now got bragging rights over my brother, and many other members of my family, including my son and my daughter. Both of those are Chelsea fans as well. So yes, I've got bragging rights over all of them, and I'm just waiting until Monday to do it. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because they'll expect it. You know what I mean?
So be silent.
Monday. I shall do it Monday.
And not say nothing. Just look at him.
Yeah. I'm going to put in my family group chat. I'm just going to put, I'm going to start singing Bubbles and put it in there.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
I won't do it tomorrow or today. I should say. I should do it on Monday. Anyway, enough of me planning and plotting. Let's see what else is happening in the chat, of course. Shiny G saying CD. CD, as in CD.
Yeah, that could apply.
Yeah. He says he's joking, of course, Kieran.
I don't get offended easily, Johnny. Don't worry. I'll be fine.
Luke Legend says Eduardo Mendy is his new favourite West Ham player.
There you go, Budgie. I was lauding him. I thought, and I still think it, but I was lauding him as the best keeper in the world. But we fucked him. We rattled him, and he fell apart. I think he fell apart myself.
Look.
Go.
He fell apart. So did Alisson. Is it Alisson, the Liverpool keeper? Yeah, Alisson. He fell apart against us.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
All of these so-called big boys.
Your brother can hang on to this though, Budge. I thought Rudiger was fucking fantastic in that game. Rudiger was. He spent more time in our half than he did in his own. He was nearly. He was playing as a midfielder, and he was punching through. He was a monster. He had a good game.
We spoke about him yesterday, wasn't it, or was it the day before?
We did have a chat. Yeah, he's superb. But the boys
and we both agreed that although Chelsea did keep the right player and sold, Zuma to us, we both agreed that we felt that would have been nice to have had Rudiger because he is such a quality player.
So good, man. He's a great player.
Hey, Karen, remember, I was actually worried about Lukaku coming on a second half, but we stopped him down, man. We shut his ass down.
He was trying to bully Dawson. If you see, Lukaku went straight on the... And he got him over a couple of times, but Dawson won the battles. He was up for it, and Dawson deserves a bit of credit for that.
Hell yeah.
He didn't do... He never got a look in.
He didn't let him push him around.
Let's just go back to this comment quickly. Crosshammer says he never expected us to be fourth with our injuries and lack of squad, but we are though. Come on, you honest. Well, that is. I probably wouldn't have expected us to be fourth, to be honest, with Crosshammer, but that is thanks to the tenacity of the squad and the backroom staff because they're keeping them fit or getting them fit as quickly as possible. So, but fourth position, we deserve it, mate. We're there. Mark R was saying, I was watching a Chelsea post-match show. And one guy said that West Ham is a strong team. And we do. Even though it's not very deep, it is a strong team, you know.
It just needs to
Masuaku or Lukaku. Masuaku or Lukaku. Well, today, Masuaku.
That's our
Lukaku
problem.
didn't get a sniff, did he, really, to be fair? Well, he did, but he didn't bury it.
Masiako over Lukaku.
Masuaku is today's god. All right, everybody.
Titch loves that.
Today's
Titch loves
god.
that.
He is today's god. He scored the
I'll be back
winning
in a
goal,
minute.
and he meant it. All right, Kieran, no worries, mate. Areola made Man City penalty takers nervous, especially Foden. Areola was incredible in that game, and I agree. And you know, he is an immense goalkeeper, and I really would love to see him play in the Premiership. It isn't down to us, unfortunately. It is down to David Moyes. And I think he could have done better on one or two of the moments that he played today. You know, the goal he got his hand to. Maybe he could have got a stronger hand to it. Who knows? But he didn't really do anything particularly wrong today. I don't feel. But you know,
I don't either.
Right, Kieran Jr. How are you, son? Sorry, yeah. Crosshammer says that Rudiger guy is a good player. Spelt his name wrong anyway, sorry. But imagine him in our team, we would be immense. We would be galactical sized. You all right, Kieran?
There you go, man. How you going, bud?
All right, mate. Yourself?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Cheering. Absolutely cheering after last night. Well, yesterday afternoon for you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Fantastic result. What did you think of the Masuaku finish?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. You know, there's nothing. You know, everyone's gonna argue whether or not he meant it or he didn't. For me, at the end of the day, I couldn't give a flying fuck. We fucking won.
Exactly. Exactly, buddy. I'm saying he meant it.
So
yeah, if he did, he did. If he didn't, well, fuck me, lucky us. I don't care. It's Chelsea. Fuck them. So I'm so happy.
Well, you know, I mean, as I said, you know, I've watched it a few times. At the time when it happened, I didn't, because I was running around the pub showing everybody my face. But I've watched the replays and that on Match of the Day, and I had a look at them on YouTube as well. And I said the way he shaped his body, that was a shot. That was not a cross. So, you know, people might say he didn't mean it, and when he looked round, he looked shocked. He looked shocked that he'd actually got it in. It was his first goal since, when was it? July 19? No, May 19. May 19, I think it was. It's his first goal since then. So, yeah, he's going to have a bit of shock on his face. But he meant that as a shot, mate.
I'm sort of inclined to believe the same because of the way, like, no one whips in a cross like that. Like, you don't whip it in with your laces like that. No, you know what I mean?
No, you don't.
You look at the way, before anything, you know, you look at the way he's actually connected his foot to the ball. You know, you don't. If you want to get any sort of whip on that ball, you don't hit it like that. So unless he's just happened, well,
you kind of lean out of the kick if you're
you don't want to hit the ball.
If you're going to whip the ball, you kind of lean out so that you can get the whip. But he leans into it. He leant right into it, and you do that when you're shooting. You know, when you're hitting a target, that's what you do. You know, so. For me, that's what I'm saying. He shaped himself really well.
Yeah,
for a shot.
Right now, that is the goal of the year for us. The goal of the year. Who could top that?
I still think the Lanzini one last week was better.
That was brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. You two guys have a chat for 1 second. I'm just going to.
Lost. But this one against Chelsea to make it 3-2 in the situation, I have to give it to that. But Lanzini was brilliant. Yeah, I agree.
The only reason why is because you look at the Masuaku, in my opinion, the reason why I think the Lanzini one's a better goal, even though it doesn't have the context or the importance as the Masuaku goal, it's the reason I think it's better technique, like on the volley and that, and then he's also done it like one with a definite intent, and two, he's a substitute. He hasn't played.
True.
Masuaku, and he's not caught the keeper unawares. You know what I mean? Like the keeper was sort of, you know, as you can see, the reason why the keeper don't save that is because he's taken that step to try and stop the cross. The next thing you know, it's top corner from Masuaku. But with the Lanzini goal, you know, you're talking about, you know, a keeper that he's just throttled it into the top corner on the volley. Like I think it's a better goal. However, you're right.
You're correct. Yeah, the Lanzini goal was spectacular. So you're right.
Yeah, the link's in the comments there. Luke, pop yourself in, mate.
Hold on, what was the goal Lawrence was talking about?
The Masuaku goal that just happened, and the Lanzini goal that was last week at City.
Oh, you mean Lanzini.
Quality. Let's welcome Luke Legend to the studio. Hello, Luke.
Luke in the house.
Evening all.
I like my Luke. He's a good man.
There you go,
We all
Luke.
good?
Yeah, mate. Everyone's good here.
Yeah. Nice to stuff Chelsea 3-2.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah, buddy.
Absolutely.
Mendy man of the match.
Absolutely.
I love that. Randy Viper's in the house.
Masuaku, goal of the season, Ballon d'Or, knighthood, and maybe a honorary degree somewhere.
Yeah, that's it, mate. You know.
Sounds about right.
Oh, gosh. So, Luke, were you at the game or were you watching?
No.
I know you weren't, no?
I missed most of the first half. Had to take the daughter to rugby.
All right.
And then I got back. I actually turned on to my stream. I made my girl lunch, and I turned on to my stream about 15 seconds before they went 1-0 up.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
And then
not a good time.
And then we battled a half time. We got a penalty from literally nowhere because I thought Chelsea were going to go on to win about 4-0 about that time.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if Mount lovely volley, but I don't know if I was a goalie, but I'd like to be beaten at my near post. But they were the better team first half. And then we got a goal. Brilliant from
for sure.
Antonio. Brilliant from Bowen. And I thought they were rattled after then. They really were rattled. We could have. Bowen could have got a hat trick.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
I agree.
And
yeah,
if I was Masuaku, because I'm such an arrogant arsehole, I'd have claimed that as a shot. But I'm
we know,
not.
we know, Logan.
Luke, you're not an arrogant asshole. No way. No, not you.
No, I definitely meant to do that. Yeah, no, I definitely meant to do that. Yeah. I looked at the goalkeeper, saw he was coming. Yeah, I definitely meant to do that, but I'm not sure he did.
Yeah, like, you should have just pointed at him. Like, just like, yeah, see, I meant to do that, you prick. Like, trust me.
Only because if I was David Moyes and he had meant to do that and it hadn't have gone in, he probably wouldn't have played for about 2 months.
No, he would have been kicked off the team. Yeah.
No, good day, boys. Good day.
Yeah. Cross Hammer, he says if any of you guys are in London, give him a bell. He will make up a bed on the sofa for you and give you a drink.
How good's that?
I would imagine that applies to you three guys because, well, four guys, because I'm always in and out of London. I'm knocking on London's door most days. So, you know.
I told my wife.
That stalking takes a lot of time, doesn't it? Much.
Oh gosh!
I was telling my
you
wife.
Are such a child.
I told my wife. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I told my wife one of my bucket lists now is to. I always want to go to London. Haven't been yet, but to go to London and see a West Ham match.
Yeah, you'll be in heaven.
I've been a fan for like you guys know. I'm a rookie, like 3 years or so, and that's my thing. So that's what I want to do.
That'd be good. Enjoy it, Lawrence.
And you will be welcomed as well, Lawrence. You know what I mean? You'll be
100%.
And you know, like I can almost guarantee you that if and when you do come, I can almost guarantee you that I will meet up with you as well myself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. I would love that, Clyde. I would love that.
You know, I'm going to become a bit more regular at the stadium, hopefully. You know, and yeah, we tend to get to the supporters club and that before the game and after the game. So you know, we don't always sit in the same proximity as everyone else, but you know, I'll go to the stadium at any time with anyone because I just love going. You know, so let me know when you're coming over, guys. Any of you. And like I said, you know, I'll make
I'll think about it
for you. Yeah. Oh gosh, I said to Kieran, you know, I said about my daughter's room that she's not using it at the moment, and I'd let her. I've gone in there today, and I've gone, what the hell's that smell? Fucking radiator's popped in there. I've had to turn all the water off to the radiator in there. The radiator's gone, and there's water all over the floor. The carpet is absolutely dripping. So now I've got to empty the room out and fucking rip the carpet up.
I have a question.
I don't know.
I had a question for Luke. You still there, buddy?
Yeah, mate.
Hey, what did you think, Antonio? This is my thing. What did you think of it? What his positioning today?
So I may have missed that. Antonio was what?
I'm sorry. For
you were cutting
Antonio, he played.
Yeah.
I know, Mike. I think my internet's going bad. But for Antonio, did you see that he played a lot to the left, doing a good job as a winger or a striker?
I thought the first half we were so lucky to get a penalty because I honestly think if we'd have gone in half-time 3-0 down, we might not have had many complaints.
Yeah.
But Antonio and all the rest of the team were complicit in that. But second half, after we got that goal, which was a lovely constructed goal, I have to say, they seemed rattled. Their centre back, the defence wasn't as tight as it normally was, and I thought Reece, is it Reece Jack? What's his name? Reece
James, yeah.
James. I thought he was incredibly rattled, possibly like by Lanzini confronting him after.
Oh, for sure, I agree with that.
That was magic. Yeah,
shocking.
And then didn't know what he did. He was niggly. He was horrible. And because he was too busy being horrible, it took away from the fact that he's a really, really good player. And I thought their defense was rattled. Their centre midfield was rattled.
English team, right? Yeah.
And we scored. We scored basically our third goal. You could say freak. You could say it was a great finish. You could say it should have been crossed, but ultimately it went in the back of the bloody net.
Yeah.
And because they were, that defense was. It was at sixes and sevens. It was at six. Their defense was at sixes and sevens, and Antonio, all right, he got thrown a ball that was ridiculous, and he chested it back, and Masuaki smacked it in.
Yeah,
but I think Mendy was scared of the fact that we had 2 or 3 players in the box for once. And I think the second half compared to the first half is a microcosm. Going back to your question, Lawrence, is a microcosm of Antonio. Awful in the first half, lucky to get away with not being taken off, substituted, or being beaten. Second half, completely different game. But you have to pay testament to the fact Mendy was awful, and Chelsea imploded, I thought. Sorry if that takes the shine of a West Ham win, but I did think that Chelsea.
That's right. I'm actually laughing at this comment of Lawrence's, of Shiny's, sorry. Shiny G says, Lawrence, watch out for Budgie, mate. You'll arrive wanting to buy some Hammers merchandise and leave with the deeds to Westminster Bridge in your hand. A cockney lay an egg. Oh, brilliant, Shiny.
Nice,
you are
Shiny.
funny, man. You are funny. Oh, dear.
It's all good.
Yeah, mate. A cockney lay an egg.
I love that.
Oh, gosh. I'm not a cockney, though. I've lived in London a couple of times, but I was born in the town I live in. I was born in Crawley, you know. Not far away, but I was born to East End parents anyway, so, you know. There you go. So, listen, guys, it's 2 a.m. You lot are all on different time zones to me, except for Luke, of course.
Legend.
I'm going to say my goodbyes and leave you guys to it. All right, and brilliant winter day. Come on, you irons. Take care, guys. I'll chat with you a bit later on, Peach. I'll
it sounds good, mate.
Let me know when you're up and about in the morning, and I'll chat with you, buddy. Yeah.
Sounds good, buddy. You have a good trip.
Spanky. Right. Yeah, I will do, buddy. Take care.
Take care, bud.
Right, take
All
care.
respect.
See you later. All right. Cheers, guys.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Cheers.
Yeah. Upside down.
Upside down, Budge.
It's personal upside down.
I do have a question.
You got control of the comments.
I'm sure.
So with all the injuries that we seem to have mounting, does this mean the fact that we play Burnley next weekend and we've got Rapid Vienna, is that a home?
No, Zagreb.
It's Zagreb.
I reckon now's the time, David Moyes, to stick an 11 of under 23s.
Yes, agreed.
No first.
Hell yes.
Just put them all out.
Yeah.
We're already in the 16, so might as well. I'd put the under 18 in there if I had to. Who cares about the score there? Got the rest of our players.
I be honest, I don't think he will. I don't think it'll be all. I think there might be two or three.
He will.
No, I think he'll. Regardless that it's a dead game for us, I think Moyes still wants to go undefeated in that group. So I think there'll be a mixture.
We'll see Yarmolenko.
A mixture again. Antonio won't be playing, and I don't think Rice will be playing. Yeah, obviously Ariola has a game. I think Fredericks will get a game.
You think we might see Kral?
Will Rice and Suchek play?
I think Rice might. It might be like, well, you never know. It could be
one of them.
Kral, really. They're both seniors, and they lose.
We can't play Rice.
You got Noble, Vlasic. I think Vlasic, Noble, Kral, they're all playing. Ariola's
we
playing.
Cannot
so you might
Noble.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You'll have at least 6. You know, you'll have 6 from our first team squad, and then he might blood a few youngs. But I don't think he'll go overboard. And remember, I'm not sure what the rules are for him to do that all under 23s, because this game means a lot to them other teams. It decides who comes second.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you're allowed just to throw kids out there through the game. I think there could be a problem there.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Like you might see some players out there like returning to full fitness. You know what I mean? You might see some players like Sufal, good, but still returning to full fitness. You might see who's coming back. Come again?
No, I agree with you. I mean, I agree with you. We have to look who's fitness, but we have to go with the young guys, I think. I mean, we can't.
Oh, no, I agree. I agree.
Much more injuries, period. Yeah.
No, I agree going with the young guys, though. I agree with going with the young guys, but you have to have, like, I think you'll have your Nobles. I think you'll have your Krals. I think you'll have your Vlasiches. I think you'll have your, who else? Like,
Frederick.
Bowen, Fredericks, maybe Ben Rama, just to get back to like the standard of his play, because he's kind of dropped, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I got what your point there.
I think I agree with Kieran. Get the reserve older players in, but haven't you got 5 substitutes in?
Yeah, you do. But I'm saying you got players like Ben Rama needs game time because his passing accuracy is shit right now. So you need to like.
He's not going to get the intensity against Zagreb.
No,
so
you're right.
Maybe
that's
Kieran's right. Maybe Kieran's right. Have a sort of B team,
to tell you the truth,
minutes under the
belt.
I'm
with Kieran.
And
B
then,
team, baby.
And then about 60 minutes, just stick 5
I'm
kids
with you, B team. I'm with you, B team. But it's like, honestly, the thing about David Moyes, which I love, you never know what he's going to do. And it's like, he could put like a starting 11 out there for all we know, or he could put a B team out there. Like, I don't know what he's going to do. And that's what I love about him. So David Moyes, let's see what you do. And we'll back you 100%. In Moyes we trust.
Yeah.
I like it, Peach. I agree, buddy. We trust. Drives me crazy, but I trust. Oh, Lord.
No, me too. I know. That's a fucking nuts. Shambles. Good shambles, but I still don't believe we beat Chelsea 3-2. I'm still tripping over that. I don't believe that, man.
No. Fucking result, isn't it? At the end of the day, boys, what a fucking result, mate. Hey, what a result, mate.
Exactly.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. What a result.
Man.
Well, I do like as well. We've done.
We do turn over Chelsea quite often. If only
we
Arsenal. If only if it's against Arsenal, well, they absolutely smash. They just beat us every time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We keep losing games we could win against them, but we do all right. That's why I picked us for a draw, because I was confident we'd get something out of Chelsea where I weren't against Man City. But I always think that we can do something against Chelsea. I always do. So, but when you look at that, right, their last 8 away game, London derbies, on the trot, they've won. all 8 on the trot. We stopped them, and that's a record, by the way. And we stopped them making it 9. The last, 8 away game derbies, London derbies, they won it, and we stopped them now. It's fucking brilliant. Get that up, yeah.
Do you think the result would have been the same, mate? If Lukaku with his record against us, if he was match fit?
Yeah, it could have been a different. Luke, it could have been.
And that's a great question, Luke. Because I was. He must not be feeling well. I mean, he came in, but we like we were talking earlier. Dawson, who's a smaller guy, he kept him in check. So is he just not fit?
Nah.
Because when he's on his game, he is on his game, man, and it scares the shit out of him.
You can't go from 2 months. Was it 2 months, 3 months out, straight into half time in a Premier League match and pick it up straight away? That's a tough ask. That is.
And be ready. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But when he's on his game, that guy is freaking a beast.
Yeah, it's quality. He's a beast of a player. He's a quality player. He just didn't get a sniff today.
It's another one that turned us down, wasn't it? We tried desperate to get him.
Yeah.
Many years ago.
I would love to get him.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, anyway. I can't get that up here.
Yeah, have that, mate. You'd have joined us, you'd be on the bench, you'd have won, mate. Moyes would have even brought you on.
Well, no, you look at that Chelsea bench, it does scare you, doesn't it? It scares you, But what I liked about his lineup today is we had a bit of a bench too. We had Bowen, we had Ben Rama, to bring on, and then King Arthur. So, I was pleased that we had them on the bench to bring on an effective guy. And Fornals as well. Thought he done well when he came on.
Yeah, but there's still the elephant in the room. There's still the elephant in the room, isn't there, Kieran, mate?
What's that, Louis?
Well, there's still the elephant in the room.
We are
for that. We're desperate for that striker.
Yeah, we want another striker, man. We need another striker. And if Zuma's out for weeks and Johnson's out for weeks, we're getting threadbare now. We're getting threadbare. But we need. I think Lingard's perfect coming.
Do you remember when we were in the Championship under Pardew and we bought Sam Baldock and Nicky Maynard?
Yeah, I remember the name.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I'd kill for those two on the bench.
Maynard was supposed to be a prospect too, but he never really did nothing for us, man.
Yeah, but I'd kill for those two on the bench or in the squad right now.
Can anyone on the bench?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
See, I'm a big fan of Allaire, so I would love to still have him. But that's
Kieran,
the
problem with Allaire was you smashed the ball up from the wingers, or the sorry, not the wingers, the fullbacks, expecting the striker to hold it up, and he was sat there in a chair drinking red wine, smoking a cigar, and eating camembert.
He weren't that type of player, mate. The problem was he didn't suit Moyes' system. I knew that straight away. He didn't suit Moyes, and I knew he weren't going to make it. He's a front three player.
I always dislike the hate for Andy Carroll because
exactly. I would never hate him.
The guy got injured, and players do get injured. Kieran Dyer would have been a great player. Dean Ashton, Ledley King. Ledley King would have been England's captain if he wasn't so injured. Paul McGrath.
The only thing to say with that, Luke, is it isn't the injured player that I got the hate on. It's buying injury-prone players, which we seem to do a lot back then.
I agree, but if we had Andy Carroll on the bench right now, a fit 27-year-old,
wouldn't you love it?
A plan B.
Exactly, I'd love that. And he'd smash the shit out of them. He'd be into Rudiger, He'd be into Christensen.
Yeah.
I'd love it. Lucky love it.
They'd know they're in for a game.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
most of the time they've got fancy little players running off them and not giving them any. Like imagine playing. I know. Sergio Aguero is a great player.
Yeah,
but I prefer But I know I'm coming off against him, maybe losing 2 goals, but at least I've got my eye socket left.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I do like, like Dawson. I like Dawson coming up for set pieces because he don't. Yeah. He attacks everything and anyone in his way. Dawson, I love him for doing that.
Well, I didn't
chases the air for fun.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the clamour for Dawson to be dropped for this game when everyone's saying, "Oh, we played Diop because he's good with Zuma." What's Dawson done wrong? He's a unit.
He ain't been great. No, but he has his days and good days, bad days. But he's a unit and he's a fucking 100%er. And that's what our team's built around. Work rate.
You're absolutely right, Kieran. You're absolutely right. And you know what I heard? Sorry, Luke, but you know what I heard today is that the manager, Luke, that is, what's his name? The boy that's managing Manchester United. What's his name, man? Ragnatic or Ragnick or Ragniak? Okay. Apparently, he really rates Lingard. And apparently, did Man United play today or they play tomorrow?
It must be tomorrow, I think.
Yeah,
okay. Well, he's being dropped. He's being dropped, and apparently it's because his Lingard's father, who's come through now, his father is his agent, not his brother, and apparently he's being dropped because there's being advanced talks held with him to come to West Ham. And that would be absolutely glorious for us if we and I know I'm dreaming. I know I'm dreaming, but like if we could get Lingard, Insagnia, what's his name? Oliveira, whatever, left back, the other boy, Celticar. If we could get some players like that, even if a few of them just come through, like Laborde, the Nunes kid from Benfica. If we could get some of those players, like you're talking strikers, you're talking center halves, you're talking midfielders, and with what you boys are saying, like you'd like the numbers on the bench. Yeah, I want the numbers on the bench, but I want quality, not quantity. And if Moyes can run that this January, if Moyes can run that this January with Rob Newman behind him and the other boy, and the other boy, like we could be in a good position come February, man. We could be in a good position even January, depending on how we do business and not leave it till like deadline day. We could do good business, and I hope that we see that this January. I really do. We'll see what happens. Yeah, but that's Insignia. That's like Insignia can play the number 9. Okay, then Laborde. Okay, Nunes, Darwin Nunes, he could play the number 9. He could definitely play the number 9. Laborde, he could play the number 9. So those are 2 right there. Perkins can play the number 9. He just needs to get bedded in. Vlasic can play the number 9. So we have players, we have players in Vlasic and Perkins who can play the number 9.
Pete, I agree with you. We should give Vlasic opportunities to play number 9.
If another West Ham
tells me about how we should play Perkins up front, I will go mental. The lad is 18.
What?
I don't care. I want to see. I don't care. I don't care how old you are.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I want to see him in front. Yep, I agree, Peach.
Yeah, build up his confidence.
I'm with Luke.
Who cares?
I'm with Luke. I don't want that boy in that first team, unless it's a cup game or a European.
Okay, so Kieran, let's say he plays the cup game.
Let's try the Europa League.
Thank you, Lawrence. Let's say he plays a cup game. Let's say he plays a cup game, Kieran, and scores 5 goals. Let's just say he plays a cup game and scores 5 goals. You're not going to put him in the Premier League? Flipping hell, he'd be my first on the team sheet any day of the week.
But he'd only play in that Europa game and see how he goes. I just don't want to put that much pressure on the young boy. He's still 17.
That's it.
He's still 17.
I tend to agree with that. But no, I disagree with that. I disagree with that, though.
No,
it's never too early. You saw Wayne Rooney, man. Like, come on, man. I know Wayne Rooney turned out to be good, but hindsight's a brilliant thing. Like, honestly, he could have been shit.
Peach, we'd heard of Wade Rooney before he kicked the ball.
Yeah.
We've not heard of this
Yeah,
lad.
but you know how many people have heard of Perkins?
Peach,
Like
can't,
in the underground, there's so many people that have heard of Perkins in the under 23s, under 16s, under 17s. Perkins is a big name. You ask people, like Perkins is a big name. Like we might not see it because we're all focusing on first team players, but like he's a big name in the youth academy setup and trust me, man, he's a big name.
But know what? My question is this, and Moyes is like that. Why would he have put him on? Why would he have brought him on for that debut a couple weeks ago? Why would he have done that? And just like Karen said, Moyes is very not saying he's going to be the starter against Chelsea, but why did he step over all these people we didn't even know about? Moyes must have saw something in his ass.
Yeah, I have no doubt he thinks he's a prospect. I've no doubt about that, right? And he's probably heard good things about him, and he's had a look at him. But it's too early for the big games like that. Would I play him in the next Europa League? Yes. You know, I watched the highlights. I watched the highlights of this morning.
I agree.
Oh, you know, the Rising Hammers things, the under 23s. They beat Swansea 4-2, and he wasn't in that game, and he wasn't on our bench. So I couldn't work out why he weren't playing for the under 23s. He wasn't involved.
Maybe he wants to. Well, that's a good question, but is it because they don't want him out there getting hurt because he can move up?
Maybe
it could be different. Could be different things.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea to play him against Zagreb. Absolutely no problem. It's a dead rubber. It is a dead rubber.
Agree, Lou.
But I believe our next game is away to Burnley. You cannot throw a 17-year-old young lad away to Burnley where he's going to get roughed up. You can't. You just can't do it. You can't do because he may be Tony Cottee, but he may be Freddie Sears. We just don't know.
I'll tell you one thing,
I just don't want to.
So let's find out.
Let's find out. He may score 5, as Pete says, but if he doesn't and it gets kicked off the park, no, it's too soon. As I say, I've no problem with him against Zagreb. But I think our next cup game after that is away to Spurs. You can't throw him into that either.
But the thing is,
Luke, Shiny G's agreeing with you, Luke. Like Perkins began playing as a striker 12 months ago. He's still learning. We have to be careful with him. The Premier League is high pressure. Like Shiny's agreeing with you 100.
That's why
and he came on the pitch for about 5 minutes and almost had a brilliant header goal into the net. Almost.
Yeah.
That's why Moyes, right? That's why Moyes likes him, because he's a midfielder that's being converted to a striker.
Yeah.
So he loves it's right up his alley.
That's all, exactly. That's what Moyes is does, right?
Well, also as well, the question as well that I think Lawrence posed was, why was he on the bench? Well, because he's a young lad, he's English, so therefore, in the European context, it's a free hit. He sits on the end of the bench because he's young, has come through the English system. He doesn't have to comply with any of the rules that UEFA put down on foreign players.
On your registered squad.
Yeah. He's not even Kieran, mate. He's not even registered because he's that young.
That's right. He's not
registered.
Like I want to see Aquaflex too. To tell you the truth, I think he did a magic job for Celtic, and like I'd love to see Aquaflex.
Aquaflex's problem is he's Irish, and he played a lot of football in Scotland. Therefore, he's not through the English game.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds stupid.
I know you're right though.
But man,
Yeah, there's some silly rules about it, right? I'll tell you. But it is what it is.
It's not silly because
like Mark R said there, Luke, what Mark R saying there, They threw Odebeko on against Man United, mate. He got embarrassed and had to take him back off. And that's what you don't want to see for a young lad. That must have really dented his confidence. Really dented it. I don't want to see that happening to this young boy. I want him to be blooded early. And if you watch Pep Guardiola with Foden, he's been blooding Foden for about 2 years. And he's still not a first-team starter. And the boy is brilliant. He's brilliant. And it took him 2 years before he could really start making an impact and getting more game time. So Guardiola knows you can't throw these boys in the deep end. You could fuck them.
Yeah. I know. I'm just dreaming. I am dreaming. Like you saw Moyes do it with Johnson.
I'd love to see it.
Moyes has done the same thing with Johnson, really, isn't it?
Wouldn't it be a lovely football style? Throw him on against Tottenham and he scores a winner. I'd love to see it myself. Yeah. But I just know Moyes is thinking. He's more cautious.
Yeah. But that's why
I said Freddie Sears or Tony Cottee, because both scored on their debut at 18. Both are about the similar stature, size. Yeah. One went on to score however many goals he did. Yeah. The other dropped down the league. But both of them played their first game, scored a goal, and I believe they were both headers.
Yeah.
And they were both winners. The cycle of football is too difficult. We had the greatest. I believe we had one of the greatest strikers England have never seen in Dean Ashton. He got called up to England and hit his ankle.
Yeah, no, I know. The game over.
And what about the same with West Ham at the moment? He plays a slower game, probably a more considered game, but 5 years ago, he was quick as a whippet.
Yep. Who was the boy? Who was the boy that was supposed to be the next big thing? Slavio Nurzgo or now Nurzgo or Slavio?
Who was it?
I forget his name. It was like Slavio Nurzgo or Nurzgo or some shit.
But we brought in a director of football from Atalanta, who I can't remember his name.
Yes,
and we
you're right.
signed this little. Was he Nigerian? He was German, but I think from Nigerian descent.
Yep.
We paid. Everyone says we paid 12 million for him. We didn't. We paid.
We paid a fortune for him.
7 million for him, but if we'd have won the Champions League, we'd have paid 15.
Yeah.
Basically, he played a couple of substitutes. I think he started
was a flop.
one. Absolute flop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awful. Kieran and myself, and probably Peach, yourself. I've supported West Ham since 1986. I believe Kieran supported West Ham since 1422. Was it, mate? 1422?
That was class.
We rave on about the Bobby Moores and the Trevor Brookings and the Tony Cottees and the Julian Dixon. Because we can mention so many Mike Smalls.
Yeah, you're right.
I could be here for a week telling you that players I admired.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the beauty of West Ham. It's like finding a pearl in a pearl in a shovel.
What I can say, I've seen more West Ham players than all you lot, right? Because I was born in 1940. 1422? Yeah, I've seen more players than you lot.
1422, I love it.
Yeah, but
the academy before the academy.
So, mate, you've probably seen more better West Ham players than we've seen. Because I've seen TC Kamara. I've seen TC Kamara.
Yes. I can TC Kamara.
We done what
Carlos Sanchez. I've seen Carlos Sanchez.
I remember, right, a top striker for Arsenal.
Kieran, you come back to me and tell me you've seen Billy Bonds and I've seen Kieran Sanchez.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You lucky bastard.
There you go. There you go. Well said.
I remember when I first started going, Harry Redknapp being on the wing for us, and he was fucking dynamite. Like a whippet. He was like a whippet on the wing.
Peach.
Great player.
Check the comments.
Oh yeah. My bad. Sorry, I'm just listening to y'all. It's fucking hilarious, man. What's he saying? I remember seeing Freddie Sears when he left Upton Park was gutted. Yeah, that was a shame when it. The 100 years with Kieran. That needs to be an episode. 100 years with Kieran.
I formed a strategy for that.
The way Luke's talking, it's like 400 years with Kieran. 4,000 years with Kieran.
I've got 400 years worth of stories. If you want to hear them.
That's okay, Karen. I'm not a young man either.
That would take 4,000 years itself.
Well, the thing about the the Mary Rose tank, the Mary Rose tank. That's because Kieran was on one side going, "Come on, no!"
I think I'm getting labelled a little bit older than what I actually am, but I don't give it. I tell you, you think you've seen some bad signings. I remember a boy called Arsenal, top Arsenal striker. He was John Radford, great player. And what do? We buy him at the end of his career. I can't remember how long we had him, a year, 18 months or whatever. He never fucking scored a goal. Never scored a goal for us. Never. He was fucking.
What year was that, Kieran? I don't remember that.
That was great. You don't remember John Radford? It would have been. I'd say it had been in the 70s, Geezer. So it'd been in the 70s. I can't remember. But
I was born in 77. Became West Ham at about 85.
You started going at 85?
Yeah. Tony Coffey, wasn't it? You know me and Tony Coffey. I've got a love affair.
You had Cotty, 85, 86, you had Cotty McAvenny, which was an
absolute delight. Let's not talk about Frank McAvenny, because Tony Coffey was the best player in the world.
Oh, there you go, Luke.
McAvenny was my favourite. I love McAvenny more, to be honest. There you go.
I love Frank. I love Mark.
He was a bit of a bastard as well, because he was a bit of a bastard where Cotty was a bit of a Boy Scout, wasn't he? So I like the bastard in McAvenny.
Same as me, mate. You know me, mate. I'm as innocent as pie.
You're what, mate?
You know me and Tony Coffey. We're both innocent as pie. We're just little schoolboys that never done anything wrong, but score goals.
Yeah, mate. The partnership them two had was fabulous. It was fabulous.
Of that 86 squad, the thing that drew me to West Ham was Tony Cottee, but the thing that cemented my love was Mark Ward.
Yeah, great player. Loved him. Fucking loved him.
And after that, I think, everyone loves Julian Dixon. Oh, I love Ian Bishop. I have to say, I really loved Kevin Keane on the wing there.
Yeah, I like Keane. He didn't reach his full potential, but he was a good player. Good player. Yeah, good boy.
We had so many players that should have got an England cap that never did.
Yeah, I remember when Trevor Brooking started playing for England, mate. He used to make Kevin Keegan look good. He'd be setting him up for all sorts of goals. He was fucking brilliant. What a player.
Oh, and also as well, let's be honest, in that England team, Trevor Brooking did all the running so that Glenn Hoddle could look good.
Yeah, and he was a good player, Glenn Hoddle, too. He used to get more plaudits than Brooking. That's the only thing that used to do my fucking head in.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Because he played for Tottenham. Just because he played for Tottenham, he'd get more fucking, back of the papers would be Glenn Hoddle, and not to mention of Brooking, and Brooking the whole game. You know, you used to annoy me. Yeah. That was the journo. You know, I can't blame Hoddle. Anyway, boys, might have to fucking knock it on the head soon, eh? Might have to do something. Where's he gone now?
What time is it? What time? It's 9 in the morning, 10, 11. It's noon where you are, isn't it now? Like noon, Karen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. 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 I've got to watch the game again.
Oh, me too.
I would watch it.
Me too. I'm gonna watch it right after we get off here. I'm watching it. I can't wait to watch it. Because you know when you watch it at first, you're just full of excitement. Like when you watch it the next time, you can relax, have a cup of tea, and watch it. Like
Lawrence, you're always a man with a few questions.
Was I meant?
Who?
Lawrence is always a man with a few questions.
Yeah, he is.
Sorry,
he is. What's going on, Lawrence?
What?
What's going on? What's going on? You're all the man with the questions. Like, what's going on with Zagreb? What's going on with when we play Blackburn? What's going on with Tottenham? Like, do you see us excelling from here, or do you see it kind of like we get stuck in the mud, going another rut? Like, what are you feeling?
Well, my question, what my most concern is our depth on our team. I think we're number 4 now, and I kept saying about that, and I don't mean Perkins. You're right. There's 2, but I'm worried about we don't have the players. If we don't have the players, we have to grab from the young guys, Baptiste, all the other people. That's my main concern. I'm happy that we're number 4. Today was a great game, but we need something to move forward. And Karen and I will debate about this all the time. I think a little bit is that I would put Antonio away from striker anymore. I would put him to the left wing or the right wing. I would put Belwin in there, maybe Ben Rama, and then we'll see what else we get. Because I know the discussion was Antonio's going to the left or right because Moyes tells him to. Then guess what?
Yeah.
He's not the true striker. Somebody needs to be in the middle. So that's my only concern is our depth and the injuries today. Fabulous day today. So happy to be a Hammer, but I'm worried about our depth and injuries.
I've been worried about that all season. Been worried about it all season, and now the injuries are starting to pile up. Now we've had look in the last couple of weeks. We lost Cresswell, Ogbonna, now maybe Zuma and Johnson. That's a big. Yeah. Ogbonna to me was a massive loss, and that's why we lost it. We lost against Wolves and Brighton game. We picked up a point. I think we really missed him. I think today to go with the 3 centre half was a good move. We needed to switch it up and to bring Lenzini on, to drop Ben Rama and Fornal. I think it was a great idea. And but now we've probably got 2 more injuries. So now we have to dig deep. We've got to really dig deep.
Do you think it's like a Europa League hangover? Like, do you think it's a Europa League hangover while we're getting all these injuries right now?
It's the amount of games we got, and we've got a shitload coming up over Christmas, too much for the squad that we've got.
In terms of injuries, can I be the only person who lives in England to say it is really cold here at the moment? And they look like muscle injuries. And I don't know if you saw the game against Man City.
I saw it.
But that weekend it was really cold, really cold here. We didn't see the sun all day.
Yeah, you can tell.
well, no, it's different. It's different in England, mate. We didn't see the sun all day because it was behind cloud.
Yeah.
And I know you guys live in different place and different ecologies, climates. But Kieran, you've lived in England. It's a different when it gets cold here. It sort of sticks to you.
It's damp.
Really,
It's
really
damp
cold.
and bone chilling.
Yeah,
It's like bone chilling, Lawrence. It's damp and bone chilling at the same time. It's fucking awful. Like honestly,
we live on an island, little island out in the sea. So when it gets really cold, it all comes in, and that last 20 minutes against Man City, I don't know if you watched it, but the snow came down, and at half time they cleared the snow off, and then it got a bit warmer. Then it got a bit warmer, but that pitch was cold.
Yeah.
And today was cold. And they played midweek at night in the cold, and that's a recipe for muscle injuries.
For me, it was kind of crazy that they had human people like getting the snow off the pitch when instead of hitting instead of like a machine. There was literally people cleaning the pitch.
But the thing is, mate, when you watch the NFL, you get snow. You get snow. We don't get snow. We get a little smattering of snow, and then a sheet of ice.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and then rain over the top.
The dirt sticks up. The dirt on the pitch sticks up. It freezes up. Like, and it's like, oh, you fall on that shit.
And Luke, that's worse. Actually, that's actually worse. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, it's bad. It's bad.
That's bad shit. No.
It's why they call England the green and pleasant land, because basically once all the cold goes away, come April and May, the green. I mean, Kieran will tell you, England has the most variants of green you'll ever see.
Yeah, it's stunning.
It's lovely to see.
Countryside
separate. And therefore, when it's really cold, it's really cold. When it's really warm, it's really warm. But that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. And the air quality up there, the air quality ain't good at all. Like the air quality is shit. Like straight up, man. You know how many people, like I got asthma and I live here, but it's like, you know how many people have asthma in the UK, Lawrence? It's madness. It's like almost like one in every third. Like the air quality is shit, man. The weather is shit, man. Like I hear what Luke's saying, 100%. I hear what Luke's saying, 100%. Man.
Yeah, but that's relative because where I am,
I can relate to it.
Because I live in the countryside.
Mm-hmm. Where about in the countryside?
Winchester.
I live 12 miles away from Basingstoke.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Like what? Wait, towards the ocean, like Portsmouth, Southampton area, or like other ways. Like Reading,
I live in Winchester, which is just a bit north of Southampton and Portsmouth.
Okay. I got you.
But it's where I pay the price for living amongst nice people.
Yeah.
But then I live by rivers.
I know I've done them. Yeah.
The air quality's down. Basically, mate, I live at sea level, but inland.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I can relate to that with the cold, mate, because here today it's dropped down to 28 degrees. It's not the best, mate.
Lord.
It's only 28.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, only?
Well, I live in...
poor Kieran. He's grinning like the Joker.
I live in the hottest part of...
He can't walk in his backyard.
Hottest part of England, basically.
Cold.
Yeah, a bit cloudy. But never mind. I'll get over it.
Love it.
Indeed, yeah. Shiny.
But yeah, going back to Lawrence's point, sorry, mate, I don't think we can drop or put Antonio on the bench because he is the only player that can hold the ball up. up top.
I'm not saying put
But
him on bench. I say he needs to be repositioned back. He needs to be repositioned back to his natural position, in my opinion, and he's more effective that way. And Moyes going back and forth like I thought about for a while after Karen had that discussion with me. I thought hardly. Then why is he not the striker then? If Moyes is telling him to go to attack the ball, I understand that, but we need somebody in the middle. I don't know if you guys remembered at the end of towards the second half, we had another pass in the middle, and there was nobody to the left. So what I've seen in the last game or two is that people are out of position. We either have everybody in the center or to the right. Today it was like I don't know if it was Antonio passed it, but there was nobody in the left, and they looked around like if somebody was there, we could have had a strike. We had a hit on goal, and nobody was there. So I see a lot at front out of position.
Look, Lawrence, do you love David Moyes?
That's a good question. I like David Moyes. I trust David Moyes. He's frustrating.
Okay, that's a better question. Do you trust David Moyes? Do you trust David Moyes?
I have to, because what he's done for the team. I have to. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
David Moyes has, throughout his management career, had a massive blind spot for strikers.
Always has.
And the one thing he will bring, one thing he has brought to us is stability, and he will do that. A decent backline, and he will do that. And an understanding of how the midfield works. So everyone says there's a glass ceiling with David Moyes.
It's good.
And someone has to say to him, this is a striker, and mould him into the squad.
Yeah.
He had Lukaku, and that didn't work out.
Yeah.
So you have to say at the moment, what the tactics that David Moyes deploys to the field, Antonio and those attacking players around him perform. Whether you like it or not,
yeah,
that's what we're going to have to deal with, unfortunately. And Antonio is stuck in that. No, he's not. He isn't Alan Shearer. He isn't Michael Owen. He'll never be Gabriel Batistuta.
Yeah,
but Moyes is. Yeah, it's Moyes. That's what you're arguing against, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I guess what my biggest question is though, with Karen was that you want a striker to go to the left or to the right, or do you want him to stay in the middle? I think we have enough quality players between like a Ben Rama, Bowen, Fornells. They can handle the stuff to the left, but who's in the middle? And I forgot. Gosh, I wish I remembered. But it was in the second half, and I think we were still tired, but we were really pushing the ball hard. That we had a perfect pass from the right, and it went over the center box to the left, and there was nobody there at all. Zero. And it was like, if we, and it would have been close to the net. So that's my frustration, I guess. I mean, I'm happy for the win.
I don't disagree with you, mate. Seriously, I agree with everything you're saying. But Moyes' plan at the moment is Antonio sort of loiters up front, and then we rotate the ball and run as fast as we can up front. All of us run. And then they kind of take their positions as per they see fit. And I agree with you. There doesn't seem much formation to that. But that is what David Moyes is trying to do, is just get everyone straight as quick as you can. Everyone who can, get up front. It's a little bit like the charge of the Light Brigade, because that is why we get stuck in quite easily when the opposition retain the ball and attack us back. But that's what David Moyes is trying to do. Now, I believe if David Moyes could find someone as fast and as imposing as Antonio, but as tall and as decent in the box as Souček, he would say, your job is to sit in the box.
Yeah. I agree.
The thing about Antonio is he's not tall enough to sit in the box. What is he? He's not. Is he 6 foot, Antonio?
I think
something like that. But I hear what you're saying, Luke. He wants a Fellaini, doesn't he? He wants a Fellaini. He wants a who's the Duncan Ferguson type thing. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. No, Peach. I want Duncan Ferguson. I would love Duncan Ferguson.
Hey, and I want to make it very clear. I don't want to be coming off as a complainer. I am so happy that we're doing.
I appreciate
Moyes and always doing like that.
No.
It's not complaint because I'm very happy.
Lawrence. You can have your opinion, and we'll talk about it for 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll decide that I'm right.
As always, Luke.
I didn't go that
That was Brian Clough.
You should be working for Sky Sports. You should be working for Sky Sports. You're a fucking legend.
No, that was a Brian Clough reference. That was what Brian Clough said.
The manager that should have been the England manager, dog.
Luke does have sarcasm, I think.
Sorry, Lawrence, mate.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, boys. You might watch a game and think that he's too much out on the left and he's too much on the right. He isn't. To Moyes, he isn't. Moyes, that's what he wants him to do. If that ball's coming out from the left, he wants him on the left. If it comes out from the right, he wants him on the right. If it comes out from the middle, he wants him in the middle. He's following instructions, and Moyes is probably delighted. Where we think, oh, he annoyed me today because he went too far left, too far right, and you weren't in the middle. But he's following what Moyes wants, and that's it, and that won't change. That won't change.
Yeah, and also as well, what we know about football. I
respectfully disagree.
Moyes knows about, what we know about football. Moyes has got in his little fingernail.
Yeah.
Sorry,
exactly.
No.
But, no, I'm just saying. You're my boy, but I disagree with the thing. It's like if he's to the left, I agree with one concept. When it gets about to midfield, prior to getting close to the box, go after the ball. But once you get to a certain spot, get your ass in the middle because you're my fucking striker. That's what I'm saying. So at the beginning, go to the left, go to the right. But after that, then who the freak's in the middle? Who is? Unless they got some great NBA defense where, okay, you're going to go here, Ben Robinson's going to go in the middle and this and all that. I don't think it's going too fast.
There was a great example of it last night, right? Where the ball came up and then he pulled off to the right. Antonio ran past the defender and Bowen, who's on the right, he cut in and sprinted as hard as he could across that box. And he put the ball across him and he only missed it by that, didn't he? He got the foot to it. He stretched and got it. That's why he wants him doing that, because him and Bowen switch. And then Bowen dives into the middle now to be that man in the middle. This is how it works with Moyes. He's happy for him to take on a centre half and go round wide, get past and get the ball in the middle. That's part of the plan. But you got then Bowen or Lanzini, if he's coming from the left, have to be darting into the middle to fill that space. That's what I can see, because I did run a few teams, and I can see what Moyes is trying to do there. He wants to drag the centre half out with him to make that space for Bowen or Lanzini to come around. And then
Karen, and I like it. Long as there's a plan, I agree, and I appreciate that because you have experience with that.
Yeah. If he's just doing it on his own volition, it's no good. But I think it is a plan.
Yeah,
it's a tactic you're using.
Yeah. I respect that, and I agree. Long as it's a tactic, but because sometimes it's confusing to me.
I find it annoying at times myself because he gets stuck out on the left and he doesn't get that ball into the middle. So it looks clumsy then. And then it looks like, you know, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
exactly.
But last night, it was that close to working when Bowen cut in and he hit the pass and he just couldn't reach it. Just couldn't reach it. Otherwise, it was another goal. There you go.
I like that idea. That's good. At least there's a plan. Because sometimes
I think there is.
It's like, what the heck's going on?
As frustrating as it can be at times.
Couple times today. Yeah.
For it to work, you need him to hold on to the ball and charge.
Yeah, and be smooth. Today he had a lot. He seemed like he had much better ball control. Is that you know? And but the great thing was the last 2 weeks we've had 2 goals outside the box. How long's that happened? The Massiawako today and last week. You know, we have a hard time sometimes outside the box. 2 in a row.
And Bowen was just outside the box today. I think 2 going.
Was it? Oh yeah, I think it was.
I think so. Right just,
that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I don't know.
It was close. It was close. Yep, you're right.
And yet again, my man Sufal fucking gave it to him. He got the assist.
He's a danger.
Yes, he did.
Go, Vladimir. You are the boy.
So can I raise a concern about the fact that of our 3 goals today? Sorry to be old.
Go on then.
Lukey nonsense again. I would really like us to see. I liked the second goal. It was really, really nice.
Yeah, it was.
I would like to see us score some goals from open play in the box.
Yeah.
Bowen had that when that cut across from Bone. All right, it was a bit Gaza, not Euro '96, where he couldn't quite reach it. But I think he scored myself, and then he got slipped in and he cut in, and it was a left foot and he skied it over the bar.
Yeah.
I really would like to see us score some nice fluid goals through the box, through the centre.
Sure, I understand what you mean. I get your point.
I do think that's the problem we've got is we aren't clinical enough.
No, we're not.
Play.
That is clinical. That's true.
We haven't been clinical enough. You're right. We haven't been clinical enough, and that sometimes comes out to bad passing. And I think against Wolves and Brighton, we gave the ball away too much. Our passing was fucking poor. And it's got to work Moyes' system. When you break in transition, your passing has to be good, accurate. The hold-up play has to be good, and then you'll get them chances. When you add Bowen and say Fornal with Ben Rama fucking having an off day, it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
we need.
I have to say that Brighton were. I have to say Brighton were really, really good again. They were really good.
They're not a bad squad. They're not a bad team.
Wolves were awful and we lost.
Wolves were bollocks. Wolves were shit. Yeah, I agree with that.
We were worse on the day.
I agree, but
you couldn't believe that bad.
That's what worries me against Burnley.
Yeah,
that's what worries me against Burnley away. Is Burnley away, West Ham. All right, Kieran.
Yeah.
You've been a West Ham fan for many, many years. All right, Beach, you've been a West Ham for many, many years.
Yeah. They're both They're both a team like Brighton, and it's always Chris Wood. It's always Chris fucking Wood, dog.
You know what's going to happen.
Look, I reckon Burnley one of the hardest places to go and get results for most things.
Oh, not many, man. Not many. Just going there and seeing Sam Dyche's face that does you in, dog.
We went away to Everton earlier this season.
Yeah.
And I fancied us. I really did fancy us, and we won. It was scrappy. It was awful, but we won. Away to Burnley, I'm going, if we can get 1-1 out of this, I'll be happy.
That's what I'm talking about.
And no injuries.
It's a different.
And no red cards.
You got to remember,
red cards and 1-1.
These 2 wins against, say, Liverpool and Chelsea, it's because we counter-attacked well, and in transition we were good. We were good with the ball, right? This is why With Burnley, that ain't happening because we're not good.
No.
We only had 30% of the ball normally against, say, Liverpool and Chelsea. Burnley, they're going to just sit back and go, right, go on then. What are you going to do?
Yeah, come
What are you
at
going
us.
to fucking
Yeah.
do? We're doing the counter-attacking against you today. So what are you going to do? So now we have to
They're
break
sit in
this
the
down.
box.
This is where we struggle, I think. So we've got to be good. We've got to be at them instead of letting them come at us. So this is where you've got to change it up.
Also, as well, I think our centre backs like it when the ball they're facing attackers, the ball's at their feet.
Yeah.
When you've got, but they're just going to play They're just going to play us at our own game with massive units, elbows in the air, and not give a shit. And we've got to just stand up.
They got the big.
So, basically, if Souček doesn't come away from this with a bloodied eye, we haven't won the game.
Yeah, you got big Chris. You got the big Kiwi up front from Chris Woods. Who's that? He's a battering ram. He's a battering ram. So this is what's going to happen. And they'll be pumping balls into him. Don't worry. And he'll be elbows and head and everything. So yeah, it's going to be a different type of game. It's a harder game to win for us, I think.
Their manager is a mini Moyes.
Yeah.
He's gonna know what Moyes is gonna throw at him, and he'll go, "Come on, then." And they've got. I think that they are a low rent West Ham. That they're playing at home, and they need points. And it's gonna be cold. And it's gonna be. The fans will be there. They're gonna be nasty. And let's be honest,
It's like Luke, even if it's a warm day outside, it's still cold and burning. Like when you go to Turf Moor, it could be 20, 30 degrees, like where Kieran lives and gives his weather reports. You'll still be drinking water. It's just a cold place to go, dog. It's a cold place to go. And they're just mean, they're nasty. They're like the old Leeds used to be. Like Burnley. Oh, yeah, no, I don't like going to Turf Moor at all.
As you know, lads, Kieran is from East London. I consider.
I just want to show this sunshine, Luke, in case you ain't seen it for a while. It's there, brother. There it is, son. There it is. There is that blue sky. Do you see that blue sky? There you go. Stick that up your arm.
That looks beautiful. That looks beautiful, man. That looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Burnley is in the north.
Yeah.
And Kieran's from East London.
Yeah.
And I consider him a northerner. Burnley is just so far north.
Now you're talking shit. You're talking guy. No, but Burnley, it doesn't matter. Like, let me ask you this.
You're a northerner.
No, but let me ask you. Who did Burnley have before Sam Dyche? I forget. Who did they have before Sam Dyche? When you tell me, I'll know. But who did they have before Sam Dyche?
I think it was Moses.
Who was
John Dyche, you muppet.
I'm not 100% Peach, but I think Burnley might have been one of the originals.
No, I know I'm saying, but no, who was managing Burnley before Sam Dyche? That's what I'm asking.
Eddie Howe.
That was it. Mr. Bournemouth. That was it. Yes.
Luke's got the knowledge, man.
Right.
Luke knows his shit.
Wow. That was it.
Nah, they're only a muppet team at Burnley, mate.
Yeah.
They're only making up numbers. They're only making up numbers in the Premier League. And that's what Sean Dyche is good at. Just keeping them up.
No, that's it. He's Sam Allardyce in the sky.
This season, he hasn't got many wins on his belt. Has he got any?
No.
He hasn't got many.
No.
Could be a different kettle of fish for him this year.
Yeah. It's with Burnley, it's weird. You either go to Turf Moor and you turn them over, or you just get stuck in that scrappy match where it's like 1-1, 0-0, or like 1-0. Straight up.
Yeah. Mate, I'll tell you this now. It won't feature on Match of the Day, I can tell you that.
Yeah. It'll be, no, 100, yeah.
It's still 3 points. There's still 3 points we need to get.
Yeah.
So you better fucking get them.
Yeah, I've just. Is that good enough? Can you see it properly? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
Jesus
Kieran,
Christ, this guy's like,
Kieran,
Hey, Josh,
Kieran,
hang on, turn
you have to.
hang on.
Sorry, mate.
There you go.
There's
There's the
You have
sunshine.
to admit. You have to admit. Imagine if tomorrow's game was in Turf Moor, 1974. The pitch has no grass on it. There's rain, there's snow, there's sleet, and everyone's smashing the fuck out of each other. What a game that would be!
Yeah, that was great. Mate, in the 70s, Upton Park was a bloody mud heap as well. After from January,
days.
you're playing on mud. You're playing on mud all the time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kicking mud off your studs on the goalpost.
Yeah. Yeah, not the
Old
carpets
school.
they're playing on now, mate. It's a doddle. It's a doddle for them boys now. Anyway, boys, I'm going to have to shoot in a minute, boys. I've got a few things to do.
Yeah,
All right, Karen, take care,
I want to
brother.
watch the game. I want to watch the game. So I'm gonna go when you're ready to shoot. I'm gonna go watch the game, man, because I'm looking forward to watching it the second time. It'll be a lot more comfortable, and I'll be able to watch a lot more play. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that.
All right, fellas. All good.
Peachy,
Yes, sir.
finish off your comments in case you got a few, and then we'll wrap it up, huh?
All right, mate. Hold on. Shiny G is laughing. Ha 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 ha. My Everton friend is a little envious of our success. Yeah, I'm sure he is.
they're shit.
Yeah, we got Antonio. We don't got Fellaini. He's a million more. Oh, flipping hell. Now he's just taking the piss. He's a million Moyes away from Des Moyes we used to know. He's at the wheel. Okay, Shiny, you go on, my son. That's the Buddha Bowen scores on my son's. It is your son's birthday today. I see that. Go. Pick up your son. Karma is beautiful. Love it.
Richie's birthday,
Love it, love it, love it. Shiny G, yes, sweet win for your son Darren. 100%, man. Mark R. Moyes is at the wheel. Like it. Congratulations, Daza. Hope your birthday to your son was good when he returns. 100. Clapping, give it the thumbs up and the irons. Big Six got to get that airtime. Apparently, nobody around the world wants to see anyone but them there. Well, let them see them. Greedy bastards. He is at the amusement park with his Thai uncle and family. I hope he had a good time. Pick up your son, Daza. Yeah. That is lovely, isn't it? 15 years old he is.
Yeah, Richie. Happy birthday, Richie.
Yeah, happy birthday, Richie Rich. 100%. Okay, so yeah, Luke, thank you very much for coming on. It's always a pleasure. Luke, a.k.a. Brian Clough. Kieran, always a pleasure. Thank you for coming on. Lawrence, always a pleasure. Thank you for coming on. Fuck, what do we got to say, Zegrab? We going to beat them?
Peach, before I go,
yeah, go on, son.
I've been talking to my friend who is a scientist, and he's been doing some research, and he's looked into it, and he's studied a lot of notes in the history of it, and he's found out by all of the statistics he's put together in the research that West Ham are fucking massive.
I heard the same thing. Yeah.
Scientifically fucking proven. We are fucking massive.
I love it.
Fucking massive. Hell yeah. Come on, you eyes. We're fucking massive.
Now, Kieran, you get your son because he has 40, like he said, he has 400,000 beats. You get your son to come up with a melody. You get your son that had one of the beats that has a melody similar to like the tune, West Ham are massive. Yo, you get that melody? Yo, we'll do a tune called West Ham are massive. Trust me. Everywhere we go. Just get a similar melody. Like, tell him to get a similar melody, and we're off to the races. Sorry, Luke. Go on.
Well, saying unfortunately, Kieran's son can't do research because they haven't invented books in Australia yet.
Don't worry, he got me into that now. He's good. He's taking a piss. I love it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
I love you, Kieran. I love you, mate.
You know,
and you, Luke.
Yo, Kieran, give my WhatsApp info to Arctic. He needs to get a hold of me straight up by tomorrow, dog.
We'll get him onto it today, brother, because he done a gig last night. Came in and watched the game. And, he's just relaxing today. His voice is nearly gone from his gig. And then his voice recovered, but he got home and then we watched the game. So and then he was screaming again and his voice is gone. It ain't the best. I'll get him to get in contact with you. Yeah, and it's all right, Lukey. We've got a similar sense of humour, mate, so I think we'll be fine. We can abuse each other all fucking day, and I think we'll still buy each other a beer. It's not a drama.
Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how you do. Guess what? We're all hammered, baby.
At the end of the day, boy, we are all hammered. I'll see you all later. Love you. Take it easy. Don't get too cold. Don't get too cold, boys. Wrap up warm.
Yeah, don't get too warm, Ken. You might melt. Don't get too warm. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you, man.